So,
Are we live?
yep.
It's been a long time.
Yes,
Hello.
it has.
Unlike some other creators, we're not creators. Unlike some other creators, we don't wait 30 seconds and make you sit there listening to music before we start talking. We just start fucking talking. So, hello everybody. I know that there's probably people here that I don't know. In fact, I know that there's a ton of people here that don't know me or that I don't know. But hello, Donna. Hello, hello, Megan. Hello, Carrie. Bella, Carly, Boots, Butt, Butt. Hello, Butt. Ha lame. Um, if you're trolls, you're trolls. Like, here's the thing. I will tell you that there's tonight. Like, I'm sure. Maybe. Well, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They could totally not care about this over there. And I know this has very little um, relevance to a lot of people, but I'm hoping that a lot of the people here do understand what's going on. Um, we have not, we as those McKaMeY Manor people, have not spoken out publicly about this issue. We've remained pretty quiet in this community. Some people have been trying to be more vocal in the true crime community, but Mandi C. Vasquez, Amanda Bowden, has continued to lie and smear and just just lie. I mean, just lie. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, right? But I hear her on her panel co-
Don't worry.
talking to the true crime community when they disagree with her that she thinks that the both sides should be able to be heard, right? You want to be transparent. Both sides should be able to be heard. Yet when I've made comments to Mandi telling her, "Hey, why don't you let some of those McKaMeY Manor people come up on panel and like address this issue?" She deletes my comments. She blocks me and deletes my comments. I've made them in live. I haven't made them in lives. I don't go into her lives and speak. But I have made them in on her videos. I comment on her videos. So anyway, you are free to ask any questions. I will answer them as truthfully as possible with my knowledge. I know that I am not everybody in this McKaMeY Manor community, and I don't have the hi Jessica. I don't have the all the knowledge, but I do know that I can refute with proof. I'm not going to show the proof tonight, but we have put out a lot of proof in videos previously, and we've given a lot of proof to people to put out in videos. So, so I'm going to start at the beginning, which isn't as long ago as you might like to think, or as Mandi would like you to think. Let's say that. Um, Mandi put out a community post 2 days ago, Friday, that
Yes.
she says it's a must read, and she pinned it to the top. This will be my dramatic reading of that community post, but I will pause to interject truth into her lies. People always ask me who Lindsay Hensley, Angela Ferris, Mr. Foz, and the McKaMeY Manor community are. This is a brief summary of that and their agenda. Our agenda. Yes, there is 100% proof. Um, okay. I'm going to start with the first sentence. Lindsay Hensley, and I'm going to redact some information in this post because I just don't want to say it. I don't want to give it any credence. There's names that I'm just whatever. But you can go read it on Mandi's community page. Lindsay Hensley and the rest of her community have been relentlessly harassing the hell out of me for almost 4 years. She is a part of the McKaMeY Manor haunt community, which I used to be a part of. I left after Lindsay was angry at me for sticking up for a guy named Nick, who Lindsay and Justin Wolfstar, He runs the Mandi C Exposed channel. Hey, Justin, thanks for letting us use your channel. Doxed. That is when they both started doxing me, posting my name, address, and picture on an escort site called Kitty Ads, along with my child. Some random dude showed up at my place thinking I was a prostitute. Not only did he put my life in danger, she put my life in danger, she put a minor's life in danger. How anyone finds success acceptable is beyond me. Lindsay and the other ones a part of her community, Justin Wolfstar, Mr. Foz, Angela Ferris, me, so on, called in false wellness checks on me as a form of harassment. These people had me swatted. Where am I? Sorry. All of this took place prior to me doing live streams on my channel. People tell me to log off, but don't understand how they've harassed me off YouTube. Angela and Lindsay created a fake Facebook profile of me having a conversation with themselves to make it look as if it was me. The two of them messaged my family saying, look, Mandi said she wants to shoot up a school again. False, serious accusation like that is a felony. It caused problems between my family and I. I didn't speak to my mother for a year because of these people. I want you to remember her timeline, okay? Just remember her timeline here. I didn't speak to my mother for a year because of these people sending a bunch of doctored crap. The next thing I knew, my mother passed away during the pandemic of 2020. On the day of her wake, Lindsay Hensley and the rest of them were telling me to kill myself, go to be with her. Eventually had enough of their crap, and I'm not justifying my reaction, but as a person, I can only take so much. I'm sure I could have handled the situation a lot better, but I had enough and started doing to them what they were doing to me, giving them a dose of their own medicine. I called a fake wellness check, made one bad business review, live streamed with one of their avatars, and made a couple bad reviews under Angela's pet sitting business. Told Lindsay Henley I'd call the courthouse and interfere with her custody battle, said out of anger, but never called anyone. I never was able to properly grieve because of these people contacting everyone I know, trying to tarnish friendships, had me fired from my old job, going hardcore real life. After years of their abuse, I think that's pretty light considering the hell they put me through. They are extremely sadistic people who have followed me to this community once they realized I was doing live streams exposing that fake stop the victim bashing of the Kessinger channel. Okay, I'm going to stop there because that's where it moves into a different community. I'm going to go back. Hi, Karen. Hi, anybody I missed. I'm going to go back to her claims that this has been going on for years, guys, 4 years. Mandi came into and like I said, I'm going to tell you my perspective of the history of Mandi and my involvement with Mandi. And I cannot speak for other people. I can speak for what I saw, what I witnessed, and what I personally experienced. I first became aware of Mandi sometime after November 2019, because November 2019, not even 2 years ago, is when I entered into this McKaMeY MaNoR community and I started a group. Mandi became a part of my group because she and Foz were talking, and I'm just going to be honest here, Foz, about what happened there. She and Foz were talking. I shared screenshots with Foz of somebody in the community warning somebody else individually about Mandi and about having Mandi prior experience with Mandi. That those screenshots were not meant to go anywhere. They were just information for us because Mandi was sharing a lot of stuff with us. Now, Mandi did have legitimate gripes about some people in McKaMeY MaNoR community before I ever entered it. In fact, from a year prior to me entering it, to Foz entering it, to a lot of people that became involved with Mandi entering it. So January 5th of 2020, January 5th of 2020, Mandi entered my group. It was called McKaMeY MaNoR Revisited at the time, and she entered my group and she made a post, like just a very inflammatory post, like wanting to start all kinds of bullshit over these screenshots that Foz had shared with her. Bad Foz. Foz is learned.
Yeah.
But she, but
Well,
back
I had been talking with her and was friendly with her, and I was
then,
taken off guard. So I was like, "Hey, what's up with this?"
yeah, very, very friendly. At this point, we saw Mandi as a victim of somebody in the haunt community, and I genuinely still believe that she was. Um, so I I gave those to Foz because he was speaking with her, and just for him to have reference. But he felt bad that somebody was talking about her like that, because it was pretty bad. Like what they were saying was pretty bad. And so he just genuinely wanted, like, cared and was like, you should know this. And anyways, whatever. She came in and she threw a huge fucking fit about it. She started a group chat with Lindsay and I where I eventually tried to calm her down. Lindsay has a little bit more experience with her, history with her, or not history, but knowledge of her than I do, like just from being a part of the haunt community, like a little longer than me. But so January 5th of 2020 is when Mandi came into full force awareness, okay? But then she disappeared for like what was it, a month and a half, until end of February when Hell Chat started. So so I kicked her out of the group or she left maybe, but she was not part of our groups. She was not part of any of the McKaMeY MaNoR groups. But she still simply had to be, I guess, a part of it. Oh, would you stop it? Let me do it. Anyway, sorry. I was adding Richard Nixon to the panel.
We both did it.
So where was I? Okay. So then at some point in time in early 2020, before the pandemic hit, but very shortly before the pandemic, before quarantine and lockdown. Okay, very shortly, because lockdown happened for me March 16th. Was I already out of Hell Chat at that point? Maybe like a couple days.
I think so.
So Mandi entered Hell Chat at some point in time before the quarantine started, lockdown happened. But after she, like, it between February and March. I mean, we have like dates and stuff like that. I just don't have those exact dates. So she came in and she was added to come at, because I'm not going to name, for all those people that are not a member community, most of you all know Mandi's history with Paula and all them, but I'm not going to sit here and name all those people for the people in the true crime community. You're going to have no idea who these people are. She may have spoken about Paula Vasquez. Interesting last name choices. But she may have spoken to it on there, but she did have problems in the McKaMeY community back when she was part of Russ's group. And back when she was, people found out about her past and they started doing stuff. Well, we found out about her past too. And I will tell you, and this is just coming from me, this is not coming from, this is not speaking for anybody else, but I told people we're not going to bring up her past. We're not going to do that in my group. None of that's going to happen. People would shame her for like sending nudes to guys and stuff. And I said, that's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. And I didn't necessarily like Mandi's energy, but I wasn't going to hold anything against her because her energy is very chaotic and frenetic and it's very unsettling for somebody that already has like PTSD and anxiety to see somebody that unhinges so easily. That it's just, I just didn't necessarily like her. But what I did find is that when Mandi started to unhinge. It it was easy to get one-on-one with her and talk her down, I guess, and reason with her a little bit if you just would talk calmly and you wouldn't like freak out back to her and stuff like that. But if she was in a group of people doing it, oh God, no, it was like over. So she couldn't. It was, but then she'd leave chat, like she wouldn't leave the chat, but she'd be gone. She'd come back like nothing happened, completely like nothing happened. So during the that I was in Hell Chat, Mandi came in telling us that we were causing someone to be suicidal and that we were, I mean, and this is her narrative along the whole time, is that we cause people to be suicidal. We want people to be suicidal. I don't want anybody to be suicidal. I live with the after effects of suicide and have for the last 2 decades, and I don't want that for anybody. I don't wish that upon anybody. I do wish Mandi would get help. I don't wish ill of her. I do wish that she would get serious help, and get off the internet because she's a blight. But anyway, so she came in, and the people that had sent her into Hell Chat and were Paula, who you guys don't know, but you know Angela Ferris. She was one of the people that sent Paula into Hell Chat to come after us. And that was the thing that Mandi was very, very good at, was being a tool for people to pit against other people when they wanted people to be like just reamed. Because Mandi's very good at just flipping shit on people, just like complete, just going like ham, right? She's very good. We've seen it. And sorry, I'm going to try not to read comments while I'm talking because it's very distracting. But Foz, if there's a comment you want me to see, will you pop it up for me?
Yeah.
So it was not very quick. It was not very long before Mandi realized she was being used and that what was sent to Hell Chat for was bullshit. So then she kind of settled into the Hell Chat community. And there were people in there that were problematic, and there are still people in there that are problematic. It is a problematic group chat. It is called Hell Chat for a reason. Nobody can get kicked out. You can add whoever you want. Nobody can get kicked out. That's how it is. It's Hell Chat.
Yeah.
She
But to describe that further, nobody can get kicked out because the creator of the chat deleted his Facebook a long time ago. So he's
right,
gone.
right. So there's no admin. There's no admin to kick anybody out. And so she kind of settled in, but not, I mean, she was still kind of problematic. People were like, there was this stuff going on in the groups. She's not in any of the groups, but we would talk about the stuff going on in the groups in Hell Chat. And she would interject stuff in there. She would like go after people, you know, whatever. There was some racist comments and we stood up with her. Her pictures were shared. She added 2 people to the group chat, one of them named Daniel Pellegrino and one of them named John Vasquez, and John Vasquez, Paula's husband. And one of them, who was it, Foz, who shared the pictures? Was that Daniel?
Daniel Pellegrino.
Daniel Pellegrino. Remember that name?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. I think you had
have we
yourself
gotten to the
muted that
part?
entire time.
Have we gotten to the part where Mandi is a lying cunt yet?
Oh, well, yes, that was the very beginning of it.
Oh.
But,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going with my story, and then you can.
Pardon me. Let me
That's
mute
okay.
again. I was just trying to catch up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we definitely got to that part, but we can.
Okay,
We can always,
all right.
yeah.
I'll revisit it later. I'll mute now.
Okay. So, hold on just a second. I lost. Okay, so she added these people in there. Remember the name Daniel Pellegrino, and they just started going ham on people. It was a mess. And here's the thing: is that I definitely, any of us can add you to Hell Chat, and you can go back, read back, and look, or we can certainly we can actually physically share a screen, get into Hell Chat, and search back and show you some of this shit. but we also have screenshots of it. We have videos that have been put up. There's plenty of evidence of what we're saying is true. She will say a bunch of it is faked. It's not. The thing is that Mandi claims all of this stuff with no proof. Okay? She says that she didn't talk to her mom for a year before she died. That it was our fault that she didn't talk to her mom for a year. The McKaMeY MaNoR people that she's talking about didn't come into our realm of existence until late 2020. Her mom died in March or April. What is it?
Late 2019 is
or
when
wait,
Mandi got into
2019.
our
Sorry.
existence.
Sorry.
But her mother passed away during the pandemic last year.
But early in the pandemic, or was it like,
Yes.
was it July? When was it? Was it after Firecracker Tour?
Give me a minute and I'll tell you. April 10th was... Yeah, April 10th. So April. So that's only 4 to 5 months of us.
So 4 or 5 months. But we weren't even really like involved with her. It was like from February. February until, so for a couple months. And the fact is, in Hell Chat, when we found out her mother died, well, I wasn't in Hell Chat at the time that her mother died. When they found out her mother died, and they can speak to this more,
I was in there and I was
she was being comforted. There were
I messaged her privately telling her how sorry I was for her, asking her if she was okay for a few days afterwards even.
Yeah, so there were two people that said those things to her. John Vasquez and Lori Brotherton, that said the things about killing herself and going to be with her mother. None of them are the people she's saying, neither of them are the people she's saying they are. And then I want to address something. Amanda's, you don't have to come in here in all caps and start yelling at one of your mods. Fucking take it to your private emails or something like that. This isn't about you. Do I sound like Natasha? This isn't about you, Ananda. But like, that's really annoying to go at one of your mods in somebody else's chat because they're here, because they're listening to something.
I don't understand that with your whole community, like you and Natasha sit there.
Here, give me just a sec, Foz. I'm going to mute for just a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to mute for just a second. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, all you guys in that community, you go on blocking crazy. I'm taking your wrench because I saw you here. I saw you saying that. It's bullshit. We let you guys sit here and say whatever the hell you want for the most part until you start attacking people. But we don't go on a blocking spree like everybody else. But yeah, my history with Mandi goes back a little bit different. She found my original YouTube channel December 2019 because I was uploading videos about a certain guy that was in the community who was full of shit. And she had history with him, so she was commenting, trying to get in touch with me to give me information about him. So we started emailing, and then we started talking on Facebook. And that's how I ended up sharing those screenshots with her. And we didn't have any problems really until she tried calling me racist randomly one day over a misunderstanding, because she misunderstands everything very easily. But yeah. And then the whole, once we called her out on her bullshit in October, is when she really turned on us.
Yeah. So well, yeah, I'm going to go through that. So I have, so there's no possible way the people that she's blaming for causing her rift between her and her mother were the people that she's blaming for it. It's not them. It's not Angela. It's not Lindsay. It's not me. It's not Foz. It's not any of us. And the people that that are responsible are not people we associate with. It's like blaming it's like blaming Natasha for things that Voice Behind the Wall did. You know, that's what it is paramount to. I know we're a much smaller community, but there's people in our community that we do not associate with, and there's people we do associate with. Just like most of the true crime community does not associate with Natasha. I have dozens of true crime people on my YouTube subscription list, and none of them know who Natasha is. But anyway, but Amanda, you can stay. I just don't like that stuff in chat. Just, you know, if it has to do with your channel and your mods, go in there. That's the true crime bullshit where they're like, oh, my mod was in another channel. It's like so ridiculous.
Tiffany's right here. So
yeah, they have
a
hold
channel
on.
called the Polygraphers, and Mandi was very welcomed on their channel back then.
Yes, there was so okay, so anyway, so like I said, I was out of Hell Chat, but periodically I would get messages from Mandi. One time, and I'm like, I will go over this. This is going to have no relevance. But one time it was somebody using Mandi to go after me. And then within days, Mandi was like, and Mandi told me that my response to her of what she was saying to me made her suicidal, made her feel like killing herself. She told me that. And she went into Hell Chat that I wasn't in and told them all about how I was making her suicidal. And then a couple days later, she was throwing those people under the bus to me. I very quickly realized how volatile Mandi was and I did not engage with her in the same way because she was so quick to turn on people. But overall, she started to get along with people in Hell Chat. People, she would flip out occasionally, right? But she'd always come back down and just kind of accepted her. Nobody brought up her past. Nobody was, you know, like tormenting her about her past. Every once in a while, like in that time, there would be a conversation on live where Mandi's name would come up, and she was always welcome to come up and defend herself. There was a person that said some racist things to her in Hell Chat that we all defended her. Not all of us, but most of us defended her. And we gave Mandi opportunities to speak out, you know, and defend herself. And for the most part, we all were good with Mandi. Did we fully trust that Mandi was we didn't know Mandi was what Mandi is now. Believe me, we did not know that until October. So in October, July-ish, there was a huge falling out with our community, a huge like division, and I'm not going to go through all that, but there's probably plenty of lives about it. There was a huge division in our community, and and Mandi just ate it up, being a part of like this, I don't know what to call it, all this drama, right? And particularly me and somebody that I was very close with were really, really at odds. And another leader, I guess, in the community decided, and I was in Hell Chat at the time, but not under my name because I was on a Facebook 30-day Facebook jail. So I was in Hell Chat under an alt, and unfortunately, I was just in Hell Chat because that alt was already in Hell Chat, right? It was not my alt. I was already in Hell Chat, or it was already in Hell Chat. Sorry if that's confusing. And
it was my alt.
It was yeah. Foz let me borrow his alt, and it was already in Hell Chat. So when I opened Messenger, Hell Chat was already there. So I tried to like kind of ignore it for a while, but then, you know, there became this thing where Mandi was always like trying to pick at me and trying to get fights started in Hell Chat, and I would address her privately, and it was just ridiculous. And I can show everybody my chats with Mandi, if she hasn't deleted them. She, I think, probably has. I don't know, but this other person, this other leader in the community, in the MM community, sent me some screenshots really early on the morning of, what is it, October 19th, I believe it was. And very early in the morning, I woke up to these screenshots of Mandi, saying to John Vasquez that she was basically fucking with us all, fooling us all, that she was putting things into Hell Chat, not meaning them, claiming to be suicidal, claiming to be hurt. When anybody would have any amount of like empathy for her, she would just suck it all up. And that she was, what else was happening, Foz? What else in there was happening? I don't know. I don't know why I got them though, because everybody in Hell Chat hated me. So, but he said to me, this other person said to me, you know, like, you didn't get these from me, and he didn't get them from John Vasquez, and John Vasquez certainly didn't give them to anybody. But John Vasquez's wife certainly gave them to somebody. And they were designed purposely to get to me, and I don't know who the we'll get there, Karen. I don't know who the intended target was, or why, what was the purpose, but it bothered me, because what it was saying was that she was playing all those people. Huh?
I'm gonna try to find the messages to read them out.
Okay. She was playing all the people in Hell Chat for fools. All these people that were being kind and supportive to her, and really, really, when she would, because she would quite often lose her shit, but they would always calm her down and bring her back down, and made her a member of the community, if not part of the group. She was part of the group chat, part of the Hell Chat community, and would defend her against the people that would threaten her, that would just, it's not threaten her, but like, come at her. And she was laughing about all of it. And so I felt bad about that, because even though I had a falling out with the people in that, some of the people in that community, not all of them, a lot of them, I still cared a great deal about them, and I didn't want them to see them being like really fucked with, you know what I mean? So we made sure that the screenshots got to the people. I didn't post them directly into Hell Chat, because I imagined what it would be like, oh, look, she's just trying to start problems. She, like, because that's what Mandi would do. So somebody that Mandi actually was very, very cool with, but who is very unbiased, Karen, she says she'll take the blame. Karen got those screenshots, and she posted them in Hell Chat, and she said, can we talk about this? Not, oh my God, Mandi, you're such a bitch. You're such a lying bitch. She said, can we talk about this? Because we didn't know if they were real. We didn't know if they were faked. We didn't know. Mandi saw them and lost her shit. Like, you guys don't even know. You guys do understand if you saw Mandi losing her shit when she threatened to kill Natasha, like that kind of shit. That's how Mandi lost her shit. But Mandi lost her shit on us live for how many days? Oh my God, shit. I have, hold on. I gotta get my timeline. She went,
you want me to read the screenshots out?
Yes.
All right. So she messaged John Vasquez and said, I told all the groups the sob story and said your wife was the cause of it and it wasn't true, so she couldn't be a part of it anymore. No, I like this hobby. It's very fun making up things online. Oh, hang on. I gotta start from the beginning. That was the second screenshot. First part is please tell Paula that me, Mandi C, ruined all of the notoriety that she once had because of everything that I did to her. She'll never be a name of any kind of reliability ever in the groups. Hee hee. Devil face. She uses voice to text, so it comes out weird. She said I totally fucking exaggerated shit to make sure people were not welcome Paula anymore. And then he responds, I have no idea what you're talking about. LOL. Good news is FB is just to pass time. She said, exactly my point. He says, so chances everybody needs to find some new hobbies, it sounds like to me. She says, I told all the groups a sob story and said your wife was the cause of it and it wasn't true, just so she couldn't be a part of it anymore. No, I like this hobby. It's very fun making up things online. He says, that's cool. So I have no idea what you were telling me. So everyone is mad at who? LOL. It's funny because no one knows each other and everyone is emotional off the opinions of complete strangers. She says, they were all mad at Paula, which I find absolutely hilarious, or as she likes to call herself, Luna Vasquez. I know it is really fucking funny. I get amusement out of it. Also, good at pretending I'm getting emotional when I'm really not, just to get back at someone for fun. And that's the two screenshots that were
That's
put
what
into
started
Hell
it.
Chat.
Yeah, we got a lot more after that. But that's what started it. And so she blew up. She just fucking blew the fuck up. And okay, no, it was October 5th that all happened. And then she went, hold on.
I got you, Pink.
She went live on, so about 30 minutes after Karen shared those screenshots into Hell Chat, about 7 minutes after that, Mandi leaves Hell Chat, starts sending us, most of us, really threatening voice messages, right? Lindsay in particular was targeted, okay? Karen was the one that shared them. For some reason, Lindsay was the one that betrayed her in Mandi's mind. Okay, but Karen, she hardly ever says anything about Karen, like hardly ever anything. So about 30 minutes after those were posted, Mandi goes live on YouTube. It's kind of like she's claiming that people are not understanding what's happening, like that those are fake screenshots, and that she's going to the hospital. But as soon as she ends a live, she starts another one within like a half an hour. Like she starts another one. She deletes them, right? And then she starts another one. And she's just ranting, like you can hear it in her voice. Like when she was ranting, Natasha, about killing her, screaming, and like that manic sound, that really frenetic sounding, like really, it's not passionate. That's not passion, Mandi. That's fucking something completely different. She stayed live for the most part for about 15 fucking hours, you guys. 15 hours. Okay? I don't know, has she done that since in this community? Foz?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, did she do 15 hours straight? Like, did she do that ever in this community, in the true crime community?
She
But
tried
anyways,
to do a 24-hour stream in the true crime community,
but
while
not
she
like a
was waiting
rant,
for her.
right?
I'm sure she ranted about a lot. I didn't see everything.
But not like
else.
what she did with us. What she did with us, where she was just,
yeah, that wasn't
yeah.
that. No. Other than the
So
death threat live against Natasha, nothing that she has done since has compared to the lives that she was doing against us for that month.
yeah, so next 2 weeks, guys, for the next 2 weeks, she goes live anywhere from 3 to 9 hours a day, very late at night. She will talk about being bullied, to being threatened, and and misunderstood to being suicidal to actually threatening and bullying us. She includes naming many of us and saying she would ruin our lives and our livelihoods, saying people's jobs should know about the fact that we want people to kill themselves, often naming what people's jobs were. So, she's doing a little research. Being very clear that she knows exactly what to say so she can't get into any trouble for the things that she's saying, referring to her time in prison as school for criminals, and sometimes discussing other crimes she's committed, and then she deletes the video. At one point in time, she used my grandson, child, okay, little child, young child, his picture as her avatar on YouTube for one of her fucking disgusting lives.
Two lives that equaled to about 5.5 to 6 hours between the two of them.
Okay, 2 lives she did that with, okay.
Yes.
And would laugh about it. And she told me, she didn't tell me, she told her audience of her however many bought 4 subs, paid 4 subs, I mean, she told them, she said, she didn't know yet. She started out with she didn't know or not if she was going to come after me. And then after a few minutes, she decided that yes, she was going to come after me. And I better hope my grandson was not with me when she did. I don't know how many of you have children or grandchildren. I do know many of you have children or grandchildren. Definitely children. But I took that as a threat. I took that as a direct threat that she was telling me that she was going to come after me like she was coming after other people, and that I better hope my grandson isn't here. How am I supposed to fucking take that? So before all this happened, I want to say, okay, so this is all that's happened, but I want to say Mandi says that she did this stuff in retaliation to us doing stuff to her. October 5th, when I was shared those, sorry, it wasn't the 19th, it was the 5th. October 5th, when I was shared those screenshots, okay, everybody in Hell Chat, including myself, were getting along with Mandi. We weren't fighting. And I believe that those screenshots were sent to me deliberately to cause some kind of fucking dramatic thing, because it did. But I will go back to what she says she did in retaliation to the things we did to her, to her losing her mother during pandemic, and that we alienated her from her mother, that we made her lose her job. That woman has not worked a day that I have known her, unless she does something she never talks about, because she never talks about work. I don't ever hear her talk about work, and I never have. She's been online in Hell Chat on YouTube enough to not be able, I mean, I don't see how she holds down a job, but we lost, somehow we lost her job for her. We got her kicked out of her mom's house. Her mom did have her evicted, and there's proof of that. I don't think that has anything to do with the McKaMeY MaNoR people, but it could. But it wasn't us. Remember this, Natasha, when you sit there and say that fucking bullshit, like you totally believe Mandi, that we did all the things that she says we did to her. Those things did happen to her, but they did not happen to her from us, from the people that tried to warn you about this woman. They did not happen to her from us. So back in March, was it before? Yeah, it was before pandemic. Back when I was still in Hell Chat. Yes. Back when I was still in Hell Chat, Mandi was going crazy on someone, called CPS, or said she called CPS. And she's mentioned this in some of her lives, on one of the guys, because he gets really, really fucking drunk and starts going off on people and on live on Facebook. And his kids are around, and his wife is also around. So it's like, or girlfriend.
Now I can vouch for that, and I'll own up to something. So
hold on. So
okay.
She says that she called CPS. I'm not talking about that, because people don't know about that. So I'm talking about what she says happened to her and why she did what she did. So I told her she was a piece of shit for doing that, because his kids were with their mom, and that's fucked up. But at any rate, a little while later, Angela Ferris and who I despise Angela Ferris. I think she's a snake. I think she's a fake. I don't give a fuck who is friends with her. I don't care. I can still be friends with the people that are friends with her. But she's disgusting to me. She's a vile betrayer, and she's just disgusting to me. And really did let her past be in the past. Her past with the bomb threats. We really did let that be in the past. We did not bring it up to her. Okay. But so I said, if you're going to go after someone, could you make an Angela Ferris? And I apologize to Angela for this, but it makes me laugh now because Angela's a snake. But so Mandi says that she did not do this because of me, but several hours later or the next day, maybe a day after that, Angela comes in posting screenshots of this constable report and saying that she'd been, or no, someone came in, and I won't name who it is, but someone came in saying, oh my God, Angela was swatted or something like that. Somebody was telling people Angela got swatted. And so somebody said, and then Angela came in and said she knew it was Mandi or whatever, and Mandi denied it. And we all said, I think Mandi would own up to that if she did it. I think she would, because Mandi seems to own up to the things she does. But this is the thing. Mandi's very careful about what she sees people say. And if it's not exactly how it happened, she won't admit to it. She won't say, oh no, I didn't have her swatted, but I did call a welfare check on her. Okay, because she did call a welfare check on her.
Saying that in my PMs.
Okay, but she wasn't saying it to the mass amounts of people.
I know,
Foz.
but she
so
had told me.
That's what I'm talking about. What I knew. Okay, what I knew at this time. Everybody. So if Foz believed her, that's one thing. But a lot of the people in Hell Chat were saying, I don't think she did that. Right? I don't think she did that. And I said it too. But Angela, of course, blamed me, said that it was my fault that this wellness check happened. What happened was Mandi called the police in Angela's town and said that she had slit her wrists and she was somewhere fucking bleeding to death. And the police came to Angela's home, and Angela was not home. She was out walking dogs. And her husband probably fucking nearly had a heart attack. I mean, I would, right? And I don't know if they went and found her or they called her or what happened, but she came back, talked to them. She may have done whatever she did. But that is the truth. Mandi did that, not in retaliation to anything except for that Angela was friends with Paula at the time, and I know a lot of you don't know who Paula is, but Paula's very, very problematic, just like Angela, just like a Natasha, like a Mandi, very problematic. She was using Mandi to come after people, and Angela was a part of that. And so Mandi was pissed, because when Mandi feels like she's being used, she gets fucking pissed. As soon as she realizes what's happening, she fucking turns on that person, right? And so she definitely called a wellness check on Angela, where Angela had never done anything real life to Mandi. Angela was having come into a group chat on Facebook, for fuck's sake, and come after us verbally in group chat on Facebook. She wasn't doing anything wrong to her. She was just using her as a weapon, like a lot of people did. And it's wrong and it's bad. Then Mandi added or put some reviews on Yelp for Angela's pet sitting business. And Foz and I both went onto Yelp and reported. I think you did too, Foz, right? You did?
Yeah.
I know me and Foz both went onto Yelp and knew that was Mandi and reported them as fake and reported them as not real and harassment or whatever. But apparently because of that, they were on there for maybe a couple hours. Angela says her pet sitting business was ruined. I don't believe that for a second, because she still does
Well, she
all
had
that
to
stuff.
she took down her website so that
But I think she
it
took
couldn't
down
be
her
attacked.
website because her website had her goddamn fucking home address on it.
Oh.
And so that, that was pretty fucking stupid.
So on the Yelp, she had to make it that her business was closed to be able to get rid of that stuff. So she had to make it appear that she closed.
That's what she says, but they took it down.
New clients.
They took the reviews down.
They did, but
not permanently or something.
There was a gap in between, so I guess she had already closed it out, and then we got the email saying that the comments were removed.
Okay, well, it was not very long, but anyways, whatever she had to do, she absolutely get affected by it. She absolutely did have that welfare check called on her, but this was back in fucking February, March of 2020. 2020, guys. Okay? A full ass fucking year. Almost full ass year before she entered the true crime community on YouTube. Before she, that was back in December, right? That she did that, or November, whatever. So anyways, all that time, right? Before quarantine, before COVID locked everything down, that is when she did that. Nobody had done anything to her. She says in that little statement that she left Hell Chat because Lindsay was mad that she was protecting or defending this guy named Nick. Not at all. We're not going to go into the Nick. You guys have probably seen him in the true crime community. 420 Dookie, 420, whatever. Poopy pants. We won't go into this particulars, but she makes claims that we went after these people with real life checks. Now, was there a welfare check on?
Be real, I have not been on other channels. I don't know what the Drama Dome channel is. Sorry.
Okay, so where was I just at?
Sorry.
She was in October. There was a wellness check called on Mandi because Mandi was sending pictures and voice messages to people saying that she was cutting herself. So somebody in the community, not Lindsay, not Justin, who she thinks it was, called 911, had enough information, I guess, to know where Mandi lived, and I'm concerned about her. And there was a welfare check called on her. Well, then Mandi decides she's going to call a wellness check on Justin, and Justin is not really involved. Well, then he gets involved. But anyways, he's not a part of this right here, right now. But none of the stuff that she's saying happened the way she says it happened. She takes kernels of truth, things that did happen to her, and she expands on them or she twists them. And then she sometimes outright lies. We have voice clips or video clips of her on YouTube claiming that myself and Karen both called her and threatened to slit her throat. I think she said something about me in that community post. Did she say something about me wanting to swat her?
The community post yesterday? Or Friday,
Yeah.
I mean?
I saw my name a second time in there.
She's been saying your name for a few days, too.
Which is, like, really funny because I didn't even...
Justin Wolfstar, Mr. Foz, Angel Ferris, Holly Lewis, Tulsa Hal,
because
Colvin,
I tried to stay out of it.
Checks on me as a form of harassment. These people had me swatted.
Oh, never mind. It was about being on live with... Okay.
All of this took place prior to me doing live streams on my channel.
Okay, hold on. So none of this happened prior to her, or yes, all of the stuff that she says happened to her or that she did to people did happen prior to going live stream, like the going live on YouTube, the calling the wellness check on Angela, the bad reviews, stuff like that. But the stuff that she did to us was coincided with her going live on YouTube. And when she talks on her YouTube about how Natasha or whoever like talks about her lives and how she started her channel to talk about the Chris Watts case or the fake whatever channel or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Not what she started her channel for. She started her channel because she was going live on polygraphers, um, specifically going after me for a little bit. And then when she turned her back on them, she had to go live on her own channel. And uh, she spent 2 weeks, 2 weeks of her brand new, the first of her brand new channel, going live about us and deleting it afterwards. So this
Yeah,
has not been why she's on
it was
YouTube.
just the account she used to comment everywhere. She turned it into her channel. She
Yeah.
went from, we watched her go from what, our first, we were her first few subscribers. That was probably her first, and then instantly jumped up over 1,000 quick.
Okay, so here I would like to address this. I'm going to try to address this as best as I can. Um, without going too far deep into it. So Lindsay isn't here to talk and tell her story, but I will tell you what I witnessed, okay? Mandi went after Lindsay hard in those lives. Went after Lindsay hard. Lindsay was not the one that shared those screenshots that pissed Mandi off. Lindsay didn't even say, "Hey, fuck you." She was kind of like, "Can we talk about this?" But for some reason, Mandi focused on Lindsay and was telling Lindsay, "I'm going to fuck with your custody case. I'm going to fuck," and started saying shit to her that was really bad, like really bad, that any mom that is going through anything doesn't need to hear. Well, then, it's come to find out, Mandi messages Lindsay's autistic son on Facebook. There's proof of this. Messages her autistic son to tell her to tell on her, I guess, about like what a terrible person your mother is, blah 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 blah. Can you fucking believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? Well, it started to get a little too real for some of us. She made some anti-Semitic profile or some profiles like being Lindsay and sent very anti-Semitic messages to a couple of Jewish people in our community, one of them being Foz. And she went into Hell Chat under another Mandi C name. She's always been in there under the name Daniel Pellegrino, which happens, you don't want to know, there happens to be a member of the community college that Mandi threatened to bomb named Daniela Pellegrino, which was very interesting. But anyway, so it got real. It got real. And so we started digging. And I've never been somebody that really wanted to dig into somebody's real life, because it's all just online shit, but it stopped being online shit. Okay? It stopped being online shit when she messaged Lindsay's autistic son on Facebook to tell him what a horrible person his mother was. Fucking like, what the fuck? Like,
Chrissy, are you asking? I mean, are you saying you didn't realize Mandi had her kids, or Lindsay? Because Mandi doesn't have her kids.
no, had kids.
Oh,
Like
okay.
actually bore
Yeah, okay.
children out of
I don't have my glasses on, so that's
out of her
yeah.
demon loins. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So some of us weren't aware she had kids until until she mentioned a few things, but I didn't know how many kids she had. I thought she had one child. I thought she had one child because she mentioned a son once that I remember. And but other than that, and we've never seen pictures of her children until that July 9th channel
Oh yeah.
came on thing. Never saw any of them. Some people were friends with Mandi on Facebook from this community and never saw those pictures.
Yeah, I was friends with her on Facebook, and she claims that she had those pictures uploaded after her mom's memorial. I only remember seeing a picture of her mom maybe a few pictures of her mom, but that was it. And I know one of them was her during the wake. So
Yeah.
Other than that, there was pictures of Mandi visiting like a graveyard or something like that.
Of the
Gypsy Rose,
The
or
Conjuring.
something.
No, wasn't it The Conjuring?
I don't know.
It was The Conjuring people. But anyway, Warren, the Warren people. Elizabeth Warren? No,
Okay.
that's not who it is. Anyways,
Lindsay.
don't laugh at me. So anyway, so Lorraine. Anyways, she she did that, and it was serious. So we did some digging, and I will be honest about how it went down. We did some digging on her court case. We found connections to her court case, people who were directly involved in prosecuting her. And we asked them for help. And they gave us help by giving us the contact name of a person in the New York office of the FBI, gave us the contact name. We contacted this gentleman, this agent, special agent, and we talked to him. We sent him everything. He has everything. What he does with it, it's beyond our control. I decided to bow out of that thing when I realized that there were people involved, specifically Angela, involved in that I did not want anything to do. I knew would ruin the investigation or the probability of seeking any kind of, I don't want to say justice. I want Mandi to get help because she's sick. I don't want Mandi's life to be a living hell. I don't even want Mandi to be back in prison. I want her not to be able to do the things that she's done repeatedly to people online. And she did the same thing that she's doing to you, true crime people that believe her. She did about the other people in the community who had targeted her. That she had, yes, Jessica, Lorraine Warren, that she had been targeted by these people in the McKaMeY's group, that she had been targeted by an anti-Russ person that we were also against. So she did the same thing to us that she's doing to her. But nobody came to us and said, this woman is batshit fucking crazy, unlike what happened with the true crime community. Now, we stayed quiet for a very long time. I moved out of that situation, but because I thought the FBI has it. I've talked to the man. Holly Lewis, have talked to the woman or the man at the FBI, on the phone. So Natasha likes to say, "Oh, he gave me his cell phone number." No, he didn't, honey. He did not give you his cell phone number. And if he did, he gave me his cell phone number too, because I talked to him very briefly on a weekend when he wasn't in the office. So, and it didn't come up. FBI. Let's say that. So anyway, I've had several email exchanges with him. There have been lots and lots of contact with this man from the different people in our community, and he was given all the information. He never once told us to get offline. He did tell us to, maybe not engage, because these people considered her dangerous. She likes to say she was convicted and sentenced by a judge that did not think she was a criminal. Yet when you read the judge's comments in her sentencing, he definitely thinks that she has serious work to do. She committed a crime. So at any rate, at some point, the people in the group that were working with the FBI, or at least trying to work with the FBI, saw that Mandi was going live about Natasha. And they spoke and they said, I wasn't part of this, so I cannot speak to how it happened. But I imagine, knowing some of the people that I know in their hearts, probably thought, if we had only been warned about Mandi, yes, one person warned us about Mandi. One person warned one person about Mandi, but it was not like there was no proof It was just hearsay. There was no screenshots. There was nothing like we had, right? Nothing like we had. There was only somebody's word against somebody else. And wish we would have listened to her. But
that person lost their original Facebook to be able to show us everything.
right, but there still was nothing.
Yeah.
There still was nothing, regardless. And so, but we had so much to show Natasha, or they had so much, not we. They had so much to show Natasha, and they added Natasha to Hell Chat, and I don't know where it went from there. I still was trying to avoid it, and I definitely did not think. I'm going to say it. I definitely did not think it was right to go into another community, start talking on their lives, start going on their panels, start being a part of that community if we truly wanted to be away from Mandi and have her stop what she was doing. I did not believe that was right. Warning somebody, yes, and then letting them do what they were going to do with that information, okay. But I think that it went a little too far. I do believe that. But I do think that from one person's perspective involved in that, it was definitely because Mandi had really gone too far. And some of us were very frightened.
You're
because of this.
Choppy.
I'm a bit choppy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I haven't changed anything.
It's been choppy for a little bit on my end, and then I asked somebody, and they said you were.
Is it choppy, guys? Oh, no.
I can still make out what you're saying, but it's like robotic and choppy.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Right,
Tell me if it gets any better, okay?
Can you hear me at all? Am I really loud?
I might have to back out.
Yeah, try to back out because to me it's really choppy.
I don't think Natasha gives a fuck. I don't think she ever gave a fuck.
Out and coming back in.
Okay. I will back out and come back in. Hold on.
So,
Lindsay, I can hear you well.
Okay, yeah, because I've been trying it. I don't think it's. I mean, it is storming here, but I don't think it's on my end. But
it could be my connection.
It's been really choppy.
It's not great.
Yeah. I would just like to say, I mean, I'm trying to follow along, but I've had to like back out and come back, whatever. And what I
Wait a
wanted
second.
to say, what?
Sorry. Sorry,
Holly,
my
can
picture
you hear
is
Lindsay?
pausing.
I can't hear Holly.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Can
I
hear
was just going to
Lindsay?
say,
Yeah.
I was just going to say real quick that I want people to like really ask themselves, do you really think that we would have voluntarily contacted, in which we didn't actually contact the FBI. We were put in touch with someone with the FBI. If we were guilty of any of the shit that Mandi says that we've done to her. And notice, unless I'm missing something, I have never seen any proof of anything from Mandi because she doesn't have it. I have never made fun of her dead mother. I have never gone after her kids. I'm also not a 50-year-old woman. But even if I was, who gives a shit? Anyhow, in any ways, it's just all crap. And for a while, I mean, I'm kind of torn. And I'll just say this. I thought maybe there's just a bunch of idiots in the true crime community. Really? Because I thought, surely they're not buying this. And then I started watching, and I was like, and I think some of them are truly idiots. And then I started watching. It was kind of fascinating. Like, Natasha reminds me a lot in our community of Russ McKaMeY, with the way that her followers act, with the way she acts. If she changes her opinion about something, they go right along with it, whether they have proof or not. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of cult-like. And then I realized I don't think a lot of the people care about proof or care what the facts are. They are feeding their need for drama. Because anybody with any kind of critical thinking skills is going, wait a minute, Natasha's the one that proved Mandi was behind that July Nights channel. Ming, by the way, Mandi, as July Nights, was exploiting her own children, saying horrible things, but you don't see anybody talking about that.
No, right. She admitted
it. Right.
She admitted it. She fucking,
Right.
who did she admit it to? That Sean's princess?
I think
And now
so.
all of a sudden that Sean's princess is fucking back in chats nice to everybody? Like,
And
what the fuck?
I've got news for y'all. You
Ooh.
don't have to believe me. I'm beyond trying to quote unquote save anybody in this
Yeah.
community.
Fuck them.
But Mandi has not changed, and she has not changed her mind. I promise you, she still does not like Natasha. Natasha represents everything that Mandi hates. Okay? Natasha is a bigger woman. She lives in a trailer, and she's white. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mandi does not like Kim and Crafton. All of this, she's not going to change what she's been doing. She's just being sneakier about it now. And sitting back and watching it, I'm not, I mean, I am kind of amused by it somewhat because at this point, I think these people, you know, we tried to tell them and they didn't just disregard us. They absolutely have been running us through the mud, which we don't deserve. Like, when we first saw Mandi going after Natasha, we paused and thought, you know what? She's got a new target. Maybe we should just be quiet, but we didn't feel right about it. Knowing what we knew about how dangerous Mandi was, we're like, you know what? The right thing to do is to warn these people. And for our troubles, we have been re-victimized, mocked. We got made fun of about the FBI. And then now it's been spun into Mandi's got the FBI involved or whatever. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, the FBI hasn't come to my house. Did they come to your house, Holly?
Nope, not coming to my
Have
house.
they visited you?
They might not be
and
able to
by the
find me
way-
though, because you
Yeah.
know.
But by the way, the FBI let me know that they were going to Mandi's. Just so you know. Just so you know. But they're not. We're not working with the FBI. We've been made fun of. We've been called liars. Whatever. You know.
Oh,
I
and
just wish
and here's
people
another
would
thing.
really get some kind of integrity. You know.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Natasha, I hope some of Natasha's followers, some of her hardcore, but they've probably been told not to come watch this, right? I hope some of them are watching. And I hope that because seriously, and you may not like me, and I don't care. I'm not part of your community. I do go and I watch some of the lives just to see, because it is astounding to me that y'all buy her bullshit. That it does not matter what she's saying. It does not matter if she contradicts herself or she's hypocritical in a situation. They fucking eat it up like she's shitting fucking manna from heaven out of her asshole right into their mouths. Like, it is.
That's the thing.
It
Whenever
is.
you have anybody where people are like, whenever you have an all or nothing type thing, right? So like Mandi, I will say this, Mandi's smart. Mandi's the one that said Natasha was a scammer and whatever in the first place. She's right. Okay. But what I mean is when you see like Natasha's followers, Natasha could do no wrong. And whenever you have any situation that's like that, you kind of have to step back and be cautious of it. If you're really, you know what I mean? Like you just said, Holly, no matter what, it's oh, well, you're just being a good friend, or they spin it into whatever. And when you put somebody on a pedestal like that, and they're all good, they have no bad qualities, nothing, you can't even admit that they've lied, or they can't even admit whatever. That should be a big red flag, I think.
Yes, but see, and it makes me really, really wonder about these people, because like, how do you? I mean, I guess maybe maybe they are all just in it for the drama, and it does not matter which way she goes. She's got the drama on her channel, so they're going to follow it. Right? Maybe.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
I
But she
mean,
said said that she had talked to the FBI. She told you guys, not you guys that are talking in here, but the any lurkers that are followers. She told you guys that she had called the FBI, that she had talked to somebody from the FBI, and she never did. Not until 2 weeks after Mandi started threatening her.
when she announced it, on whatever that live was, that she had contacted the FBI. By that time, she had not. She had not at that time talked to anybody at the FBI, but she told all of her followers that she had.
Oh yeah.
She also lied about and said that, and I think she said me specifically, but she said we, because we're all one entity.
Mhm.
She said that we were mad that she forgave Mandi. This was the first time around. This is why
Yeah.
I want to do a live on my own so I can kind of tell my story better. But I'll show y'all my entire conversation with Natasha. That's a lie. I was nothing but nice to her. Was like, I understand. I really hope for your sake that, this is productive and that it's peaceful. I never said anything that would even indicate that I was pissed about that. So, but yeah, they just say whatever they want. And that's good. I guess that's good. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't care if people like me or not.
I
I
don't either.
really don't. But the thing that bothers me is don't lie about me. You can like
Right?
me all
Same.
or dislike me all you want, but if you have to lie about me, I'm gonna come at you. I'm not
Yep.
gonna take it when
Same.
somebody is going to lie about me.
That's right. I feel you. And here's the thing is that I know that the majority of the people watching this might have a frame of reference of who Lindsay is, might have a frame of reference of who Foz is. Most of you don't know me unless you caught the 5 minutes I was on a live of Natasha's where because I wanted to speak to the fact that Mandi, it was all about that pedo site thing, the child porn thing, and where Mandi was like, what even is a pedo site? What? She's such a fucking moron. You know what a fucking pedo site is. Don't act like a fucking idiot in 2000. You're 28 years old, bitch. You're 28 years old. She talks when she says, they're old enough to be my mom, but you're still 28. You're a grown ass fucking woman. Stop acting
Yeah,
like you're still a kid.
my age again. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but no, I might be old enough to maybe be Mandy's aunt or perhaps her better looking sister, but
No, you're
I'm
definitely
not
old enough
old
to be
enough
her
to be
mom.
her mom.
I'm just kidding. I am old enough to be her mother. In fact, my daughter is just a couple months younger than Mandy, and my daughter is like 300,000 times more mature and more together as a human being than that woman is. And my daughter would never say, you're old enough. Well, my daughter would not spend 15 hours a day on YouTube. First of all, she wouldn't. So I guess I can't compare them. My daughter also didn't threaten to bomb a college when she was 19.
And also,
That's the other
by the
thing.
way, yeah, by the way, we also overlooked, or not overlooked, but we're like, we shouldn't punish Mandy for her past. It wasn't, the way Mandy has presented us is completely wrong. We were very supportive of Mandy,
Hmm.
and we didn't hold her past against her. But the
Nope.
problem became when we realized that Mandy never stopped, that Mandy was doing things behind our backs, that she was not who she presented herself to be. And as much as Mandy likes to say now, I've served my time and I've whatever, she's leaving out all the things she's done since then that she's still doing. And I don't think y'all understand just how many lives that she made about us for hours and hours, and she
Hours.
deleted
2
them,
weeks.
just
2
like she
weeks.
does now with stuff. We
For
have all
2
that.
weeks. 2 weeks, Lindsay. 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, for
You know,
any up to 9 hours a day. 2 weeks for 2 weeks. The first one was 15 hours straight with like little breaks. But so I also want to point out, if you haven't looked at some of the stuff on the Mandi C Exposed page, their channel, there are some good there's a timeline on there that shows you that that Mandi basically started her bullshit on the internet again immediately as soon as she was taken off of her internet lockdown, where they took her internet away or had her internet supervised for 3 years. She likes to say she was a kid when that happened, but she turned 20 like 2 days after she was arrested or something like that. 20 is not a kid. Yes, it's a kid to me. It's still not a kid to me. You still are
no,
very, very
it's just
responsible
another.
for your
It's what
actions.
she does. You can't
Yeah.
go after
And then
Mandy
she
because
likes to
she's a victim of domestic violence. You can't go after Mandy because she has mental health issues. You can't go after Mandy because she did that when she was a quote unquote kid. It's never Mandy's fault, and if it is, then she has an excuse for it. That's pretty much
Yep.
what it boils down
She has
to.
an excuse for it. She says that it would the only reason that she is coming at us the way that she does is because we have proof that which against her, and because we stood up and said something, you know. Um, she never left my name out of it completely. She did definitely say things about me, but I did kind of back off away from it. But then, I saw that she was coming after Lindsay again, and it bothers me that Lindsay was her target when I'm the reason that those screenshots ended up in the Hell Chat, and Karen's the one that posted them in Hell Chat. Lindsay had nothing to do with it. Like, Lindsay had nothing to do with those screenshots going into Hell Chat at that time, at that moment. Like, that was my doing that they got to somebody else. It was all fucking somebody else's fault, though. We know that. But we're not going to
But
bring that
you're
person
right.
up.
That's weird because she targeted me so hard, and right
Hard.
after all that happened, I think at that time the only person who when she left under her own profile, she was still in Hell Chat, but when she left under her own profile after that screenshot was dropped, I was talking privately with Mandy. I was like, "Listen, I know Paula has been a problematic person. I'll hear you out." And she wasn't having it. She was so angry and so just, I mean, you couldn't reason with her. And after she threatened me and said hateful stuff, I was like, I'm not going to listen to this. I'm just not, I'm not going to do it. And I did not engage with her for a very long time because I knew that's what she wanted. She was trying to get me to engage with her. She wanted, the attention. She's like a little kid. She's going to get that attention, whether it's negative or positive, however she can. So I wasn't going to give it to her. But I want to
Hey,
say real
Lindsay,
quick.
there's some comments that I want to address really quick. Saul Goodman, what was her excuse for the July 9th thing? She didn't. Nobody fucking addressed it. Like, they just act like it didn't happen, right? The July Night channel.
Yeah, it was just like it was a big deal in the community, and then poof. And
Like, it was a horrific thing that happened, and then as soon as Natasha had that live with Sean's Princess where she played the thing where she fucking admitted that it was her, Natasha was like, oh, wow.
And by the way,
Wow. And then nothing. Nothing.
By the way, on that, it also proved that Mandy has a voice changer. And I don't know if you follow along with some of these other channels, but Mommy Ramblings, who's another target of Mandy's, has been getting these obsessive phone calls, and that's Mandy's. I'm telling y'all, that's her MO.
Yep.
And if people would just listen to us, we could tell you the reason we know it's her is because she's done this before. It's real easy to go, well, that it's Mandy.
Hey, read that.
I will, but we knew it was Mandy with July Nights before Natasha proved it. We called that.
Because of the fact that nobody had those pictures of her fucking kids. Man, that is one thing I will tell you, that Mandy is very, very private about her children until it suits her to utilize her children.
And I think that's really sad, just to be honest.
We have no idea about Cher and her involvement in our community, right? Juicy
I
watermelon.
found one thing ever with Cher on one of Russ's posts she commented on. That's the only thing I ever found. So I have never seen her in our community. I don't know how she claims she's from our community. She's probably just going off of Russ's original YouTube channel, which shows all the San Diego shit.
Okay.
I did want to say it was a while back, but one of the comments was from, I think her name was Amy Barrett something, but she was talking about how she thinks Mandy is kind of working from the inside. I think that in the sense that Mandy is like a Trojan horse. She still does not like the same people. Voices, again, Crafton and Kim, Natasha. She's just being nice to everybody, playing along. Everybody is propping her up, but she's still pulling the same shit on all of these people. I can guarantee it. And she's getting off on the fact that these people have now, and this is the big issue I have. I think I dislike maybe Natasha's followers more than I do Natasha, because Natasha's nothing without her followers. And the way they have built this platform for Mandy, have given her a victim status, have excused her behavior, and just absolutely fed into this. I hope, now one thing I hope this doesn't happen, but I know better. When Mandy when something bad happens again with Mandi, because it really is a matter of when. I hope these people will be willing to accept responsibility for the part they have played in this. I don't think they will, but that really, they're not being Mandi's friend. You might think you are. Mandi has no friends, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
She
she just
doesn't.
doesn't. Um, but yeah, so don't, you're not doing her any favors. You're really not. And I just hope somebody doesn't get seriously hurt. I really do. This Mandi is not your run of the mill troll. You can think she is. You can say, well, she's not. We're trying to tell you, and we're trying to tell you the people we have talked to um, feel the same way. Mandi is dangerous.
Yes. But this is the thing. And Mandi will tell you, I got to tell you guys one thing. Mandi will tell you that she's never been to prison, that she was in jail while she awaited her trial. And I don't know what is true, but it just goes to show you that Mandi lies and switches things up, because when Lindsay and I first encountered her privately in a group chat, it was about something that was said about somebody she was in prison with. And she never once said to us, I was never in prison, I was in jail. She said, that's ridiculous. I barely even had a cellmate in prison because I was mostly segregation because I couldn't be in Gen Pop, blah, 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 blah. And she spoke about it like it was prison. Prison and jail are completely two different things. And they don't house people the same way. And she wouldn't be in segregation in jail. She talked about prison like it was prison. And so, but now she says she was never in prison, that she was just in jail while she awaited her trial, and that she never went to prison. So there's that. Yeah, but I don't know how much, I don't know which of those is true. You know what I mean? Because she lies. Everyone dropped the July 9 nights, because here's the thing, Amy, that I truly believe is that Mandi said this in her court documents, when the bomb threat, that she said to somebody, maybe it was the court psychologist, somebody that, or maybe it was the person the FBI agent that she thought was her friend, that she didn't feel like the people at that community college, she felt like ostracized her or something like that. Like they were stuck up and blah, 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 blah. And she wasn't part of the community. I believe she probably had racist things happen to her. I believe that but people grow up in really terrible situations and do not turn to wanting to kill people. And trying to plan that out and talk about having sex on their bodies and stuff like that. But anyway, she says somewhere in those documents about wanting to be long or wanting to be accepted or something like that, feeling like something. I'd have to look back and find it. But I remember reading something about that. And it wasn't, maybe she said it, or maybe her lawyer said it, maybe the psychologist said it, something was along those lines. She did that with us too. She was not in any of our groups. She did not have any frame of reference when we met, when we really got involved with Mandi. She did not have any frame of reference for any of the battles that she was fighting, other than what was being said in these private chats, right? She wasn't actually part of the groups that these things were happening in, but she was so desperate for this need to be relevant and important in that group, because she was relevant and important for like a minute. She needed to stay relevant and important. That's what I think she's doing on YouTube. When we started going live and we started having like live discussions and stuff, she turned her user channel or user name, into a channel. And then she started going live after she went live on the polygraphers for a little bit. But she started going live and she bought her subs. There's no possible fucking way she did not buy her subs, because she was gaining like, what was it? 180,
Oh yeah,
100 a
we
day.
watched when she got hers.
Yeah.
Real quick, Saul said, "Why wasn't she charged with that threat?" That was all part of. I mean, it's all in her documents. that's the thing. When Mandi got in trouble for the bomb threats of the school, she was already had warrants out for her. She was already in trouble for other things. If people
Yeah.
would actually read those documents, they'd see that there's more to it even than just that threat. And Holly, what you just said about her need to fit in, I think she's getting that fed in this community, which under normal circumstances, that's great if that people want to include somebody or whatever. But in Mandi's case, it's dangerous. And the more she feels like she's getting away with this, and the more people are patting her on the back and making excuses for her and all that, the worse Mandi's going to get. And I have news for you. Mandi's never going to stop voluntarily, ever.
Nope.
Ever. She will not. Because the second they stopped monitoring her internet was the second she found our community and started
That's
up
right.
in it.
That's right. I mean, the timeline fits exactly. Exactly. It has not even been, she will start any day now. She's going to start saying that was over 10 years ago, but it hasn't been 10 years. I mean, but when she started talking to us about it, that was over 10 years ago. It was 2013. It was 2013. That was 8 years ago. So it's almost 10 years, but you know, it wasn't 8 years ago, a year and a half ago when we met her.
Lindsay dropped off, I guess, but this comment here, even if the videos aren't up, they could be put back up, showing the dates of when, showing like Angela and Mandi on the same stream together on the Polygraphers.
Me and Mandi too. No, was that on Polygraphers or was that on hers? I think I went on once with her.
You went on hers, and you went on Pink's channel with her
and JM.
too. Yeah,
and JM. Yeah.
But either way, it would show that obviously we weren't on bad terms with her during that time, and that was just a couple of months before her mother's death, and she wants to claim that we caused, her not to speak to her for a year, mind you.
Yeah,
but that was other people that she doesn't name. She should be naming the people that actually did that. She wants to keep throwing names around, really. Except for you just want to keep throwing Holly Lewis out there.
Yeah, go ahead. Shh.
Holly Lewis.
Don't stop doxing me, Foz. So anyway, the reason that she hasn't been, go ahead, Lindsay, the reason she hasn't, the threats.
I'm sorry, I had to leave and come back. Now what were you saying?
Oh, the reason you said you were answering a question about the threats.
Oh yeah, about the threats is because it's already been, that was all part of, I guess, what they considered when she got in trouble. It's all part of her court documents.
No, what about the threats against Natasha? I thought that's what they were talking about.
What the threats against Natasha, why she hadn't got in trouble for that is because Natasha has decided not to get her in trouble for that. That doesn't mean, though, that she won't be in trouble for that. Again, our job, what we're supposed to do is document and send and forward what we are documenting. What is done with that is out of our hands.
Right.
But that's what we're going to do. And if you want to call that obsessive, no. When it reaches a point where it was dangerous, where we are being advised on what to do, that's what we're going to do, to protect ourselves.
I'm gonna say this, and I know you won't agree with it, but I do believe that, God, look at Foz just popping up everywhere. He's always got to have such a presence. I 100% believe that Angela's involvement in the true crime community is not because she has concern over the true crime community. It's because, for many, many other reasons, but one of the reasons is because she wants Mandi's life to be a living hell. Mandi did way worse to Lindsay than she did to any of us.
And
yes, even Lindsay doesn't want that.
No, but I also can't fault Angela for wanting that, because I know after everything that, I'm not going to speak for Angela, but I can say that after everything that Mandi did to me, and there's those moments where I'm like, I don't care, or I want her life to be hell or whatever when I'm upset. You know what I mean? Like,
but I can still fault her for it. I can still fault her for it because
you're welcome to your opinions.
She used a picture for 5 hours or something of live streams of my grandson's face on her fucking live stream.
Oh, I know. I remember
And
that. Of
I
course.
still chose to not engage directly with Mandi or anything to do with Mandi because of you and the community, our community at large, because I knew that if Mandi retargeted us, how dangerous she is. Do I want the true crime community to be victims of Mandi's? No, but I do not. But they were warned, and then we should have stepped away. It should have been,
Right.
but Angela is
See,
still continues to
I
this
wanna.
day to try to make her life hell. I mean, she does. She didn't listen
Well,
to anything anybody says. She wish-washes around the whole fucking community, and I think we wouldn't be where we are right now with Mandi still
Well, here's the
commenting
thing.
if Angela would have just shut her fucking mouth.
Wait, here's the thing, because somebody just put up a comment a
Yes,
minute ago.
I did.
Okay?
I did
Wait.
make sure. I did tell that.
Here is
I
the
did
thing.
tell that earlier.
I hope. Yeah, there's the comment.
yeah,
and
I
that's
hope these
kind of
people
what
realize we are our own people.
Right.
Yeah.
that
Please
we
don't
might
group
handle
them
things.
together.
We handle things differently, and that's okay, or not okay, depending on who you ask. But we're not all just because we're all from the same community, just because we all know each other. Like I just said, I wasn't going to speak for Angela. We're separate people. We definitely have handled things differently.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's important for people to understand that. Anybody is welcome to ask me anything they want. They can find me on Facebook. They can ask me on YouTube. I don't care. And like I said, I plan on doing not a million lives or anything like these people have, but I want to do a live to tell my story. I want to have my screenshots up because I do think that proof is important. And I do think facts are important. And I want to be able to tell my story, just like, Holly has told hers and is telling hers tonight, and we might have other people on because y'all have to understand Mandi has left a very, very long line of victims in her wake. I mean, she really has. So let's see, what does this say? Never mind.
What was that about? Who's
I
picking
didn't.
on me? Who's picking
Hey,
on me?
I didn't see the last sentence before I put it
Oh,
up, honestly. But
okay. Who's picking on me though? I don't care if people don't have to leave me alone. Believe me, I've been fucking attacked. Believe
Oh
me,
yeah,
oh,
we
and
we've had some.
somebody
we
earlier
highly prize
said, "Dear
opinions.
terms of service, they love your videos." I like your videos too.
Oh, we love your dear terms of service. Your videos have made me laugh so hard. It's so good. They're so good. But me and Lindsay have been outs at one point, but like bad, but never bad enough to threaten each other's lives or children
No.
or do
And listen,
anything real life. None of it
and
was
we
real life.
also were able
All
to
of it was Facebook
communicate
shit.
respectfully. We don't even see eye to eye on everything now about
Well, there was a
everything that
while
happened
we
back
couldn't
then.
communicate respectfully.
No. But you're right. We never took it. I never thought you were dangerous. I never thought you were, you know what I mean?
Right. I was never going to threaten your custody
Right.
or fucking call your job or fucking, make sure that your whole town knew who you were.
Right.
Like, it just seems like it's just, or threaten your life because you said something about me in a group,
Mm-hmm.
It's, so
Saul, wait a
anyway.
minute. Saul, Mandi and Natasha are not only just normalizing going real life. The thing I can't stand is I'll watch them get up there, especially Natasha, and be as pious as ever. With my morals, I wouldn't this or that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm having a fever dream. I'm like, is this not the same person that has talked so much shit about and made so many lies about these other people or doing the exact same thing that she is all bent out of shape with somebody else for? It's astounding to sit there and watch, and then to watch her followers not bat an eye at it. It really does remind me, and I guess because we have experience dealing with Russ McKaMeY, with McKaMeY MaNoR, that same kind of dynamic exists, I think, with Natasha and her followers. It just does.
Natasha's way worse than Russ.
Oh, she is.
Way worse than Russ.
She is, but I mean that same dynamic of
yes. Yeah.
One day all of them could hate Mandi, whatever, and the next day, if Natasha's like, "Well, I just decided she threatened to kill me and my kids, but she's a great person,"
Yeah, she
and they're
called my
like, "Oh
daughter a
yes, yes,
whore.
we think so too."
She called my daughter a whore. She made a Facebook or YouTube video under a fake name with that Freddy Krueger song with my children in it. Yeah. Yeah. She's a good person. She's a good person, people. Who
I
fucking does
know.
that? I don't care if you choose. I do not care. So I can see if somebody chooses, if for instance, Lindsay chose to say, okay, Mandi,
Why is it
I
always
forgive
me?
you because you're sitting right here.
I know it's fine.
And she did bad things to you. And you said, Mandi, I forgive you because I choose peace. Like what Natasha first said when she first forgave
Right.
Mandi, I choose
Right.
peace. That I get. I choose peace.
Yes.
But when you can go from a woman threatening your life, she will rip you apart with her bare hands. She calling your daughter a whore. She's putting your children on a YouTube channel and with scary music. It's threatening, even though we know it's just a song, whatever. It is a threatening vibe, right?
And by the way,
How?
at the time she was framing Voices, who was Natasha's mod, I
Right,
think at the
right,
time, for that channel. Yeah, how can you turn around and be like,
right.
"Oh, well, she
But
just
then how can I
misunderstood."
can see even through all that saying, I want peace, please leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, no more lives with your name, blah, 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 even though Mandi would have never stopped. If Natasha had said that and stuck with what she said, because if you go,
Yes, Angela, and you're right. Wait, Angela, you are right.
no, I'm going to finish my sentence. I'm not going to
Okay.
be interrupted for that, Snake. If you go then and become a fucking mod in that person's fucking channel that called your daughter a whore and threatened to fucking tear you apart with her own hands, you then become close to her. Like, I know Natasha's not doing it because she actually likes Mandi. She's doing it because she wants some kind of leverage or control there, and because this back and forth with Mandi makes her money. Because
Well, look.
conveniently after the July Nights thing, conveniently Mandi gets beat up by her boyfriend, right? And Natasha
Yeah, you
comes
know
to
my
the
thoughts on
rescue.
that. You know my thoughts
Natasha
on
came
all
to the
that.
rescue. No, there was no
Right.
call to 911.
I
The
know
cops
that.
never showed up
I know that.
because there would be proof. Natasha, if you called 911, because Natasha, I know somebody's watching for you and screen recording this. If you watched 911 or have called 911 in Suffolk County, there would be record of it. Show us the record. Show us the
I
record of
like
where you called
my favorite
911
is how she went live after that, and
and
people
made
were
money.
cash apping. Yeah, they were. She had out her virtual offering plate there at the church of Natasha, and people were paying their tithes to some bullshit. I thought, what in the
Yeah,
hell are these
and
people
not
thinking?
how much of it went to domestic crime victims?
Yeah, I think that would be Um,
Zero
So
dollars.
about the calling 911, she claims she called Suffolk County. So it wouldn't just be Suffolk County. There would be a specific precinct you have to get a hold of, like Philadelphia, like New York. There's many different precincts. It's not just one, like a small town will have. So it doesn't even add up.
No.
Their whole story. Oh, and how long they were on hold? Bullshit. If you're calling with an emergency, they're not leaving you on hold like that.
but
Where
see,
she was commenting, "Oh, I'm still on hold for 15 minutes. I'm still on hold." Yeah, bullshit.
but see, what was I gonna say? Shit.
This isn't about you, Angela.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, listen. Okay.
She can come onto your live when you go live about your
Yeah, that's
story
fine.
and talk about her shit.
No, it was important. I know what Mandi has to gain by being nice to Natasha. Um, what she has to gain is she has seen how whatever Natasha says is the Bible. So, in other words, if Natasha's cool with Mandi, then everybody's cool with Mandi. And what Natasha has to gain is as long as the drama's going on, as long as there's whatever, then yeah, she's getting views and she's making money. It's mutually beneficial. Um, but it's not going to end well. You can quote me. I want it put on record right now. it will not end well. Will not at all. I don't know if y'all
No,
caught it
it
the other
won't.
night, but I caught it not live, but I caught it the whole thing where I guess where Crafton and Kim had gone live, and then Mandy had come to warn Natasha because she's a good friend. And then she said later that she recorded, which, by the way, I promise you, she recorded more than just the last 6 minutes of her conversation with Crafton and Kim. But when she saw that people weren't following along, she backed out. She backed off of it. She's definitely trying to cause a divide there. And people that don't get that, I don't know how to help them. That's why I'm at the point where I'm like, I want to tell my story. I hope that innocent people don't get hurt. But these other people, I'm sitting back with my popcorn at this point because there's no excuse at this point.
Uh-oh, we're doxing.
Chrissy, Orlando is her boyfriend.
Orlando's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend,
by
who
the
she
way-
stabbed, and she says was in self-defense, but she came in bragging about it into Hell Chat. So, there's that.
Yeah. And
she
by the way,
also
for
bragged
those,
about how she got her ex jumped, and then she laughed about it because he came to her crying about it, and she knew she set him up and tried to like fake comfort him.
for those saying that Mandy has to stay with him right now, she has her choice. Well, I don't know if y'all noticed, but she was I recorded it. She's in the car with him the other day, and you could hear him talking to her before she was able to mute it. And they're talking fine. They're still. I can't. I just can't. I mean, okay. I don't know. I get frustrated just because it's hard to watch people that do not display any signs of having any kind of common sense at all. They or don't even question things or don't even say, "Wait a minute, that seems a little odd." There's just none of that. It's just, "Oh yeah, sure, that all makes sense," and it doesn't. Like I said, I think I'm in a fever dream or something. I don't know. And yeah, Mandy.
Yeah, no, it does definitely feel like a fever dream.
Mandy does not work. We have never gotten Mandy fired from her job because, number one, most importantly, Mandy does not have a job. Okay.
This exactly right here.
Yep.
It takes time to set up a StreamYard. You have to actually type out a title before you can go live, and you have to enter the broadcast studio, click go live. Are you sure you want to go live? Yes. Yeah, it's multiple clicks when 911 and call would have been so much faster. And even if she did that and threw her phone aside, they send somebody out. Like, just doesn't even make sense. People are spot on.
Yep.
Hey, wait.
Yep.
Who was it that's also Orlando that was always, was it Genji?
Genji.
Genji
something. Yeah.
I think he changed his name because I've called him out in different chats in the past.
He's a piece of shit too, if you ask me, because he knows. I don't think he knows to the degree sometimes that Mandy, whatever, but because I've gone back and forth about him. I was like, I can only imagine if he were to try to leave Mandy. I bet she has all kinds of things recorded and stored and blackmail him and get him in trouble with his job. But at the same time, he has participated enough in her bullshit with her that I think he's a piece of shit. But I also think that he might be genuinely scared to leave Mandy. I don't know. I would believe it.
I think
okay, so
look at it. Who's here?
Nick Bishop. Yep, nobody doxed him.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me read it. Why are you all obsessed with me? I left your community months ago after I defended. Bullshit, Mandy. Bullshit, Mandy. That's not why you left. You left because you were shown what to be the fucking psycho fucking liar that you are. Somebody wanted to ask you, so we wanted to ask you about it, ask you about the screenshots that were shown, and you flipped shit and went fucking live 15 fucking hours threatening people. You threatened my grandson. You fucking contacted Lindsay's autistic son.
And mocked him.
By the way,
mocked his disability. Sure did.
Right?
You sure did, you dumb bitch.
And then when we tried to stay quiet and stay away from it, except for it didn't last because Angela's got a big fucking mouth. And I want you to know, Mandy, since you're here watching, Stop lumping everybody in with Angela, because Angela on her own is the fucking snake that she is, and nobody can fucking control her. Nobody can control any of us. But Angela is not Lindsay. Lindsay is not Angela. Angela is not Foz, and Foz is not Angela. And Lindsay is not Foz, and Foz is not Taryn. So anyway, sorry, I had to do that. So anyway, Mandi, you continue to delete comments that we make when I like, not even in your chat, but wait until your live is over or something, and to ask you. I asked you a couple times in the last couple days, let me come up. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, she won't. She won't. She has you blocked. No. She'll block you, and she erases your comments because she's a pussy. She's a fucking pussy.
Look at the name. Oh,
I see.
I see.
Do you see that? I wonder who that is.
I saw the name.
And Mandi, how many lives have we made about you, Mandi? How many lives have we made about you as opposed to how many you made about us?
Yeah, I think you need an education on what obsessed means. I really do.
Clearly. You mentioned my name when I haven't engaged with you at all in a long time. And you still mention my name.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Foz, why don't you mute yourself there? Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God. Foz, mute. Foz, mute.
Hold on.
Foz,
sorry.
Mute.
Okay. God. So, yeah.
Mute Foz. Can I mute him? Okay.
When I had a group over in the whole McKaMeY MaNoR universe, whatever, and I do lives, anybody will tell you, even people that I hated or hated me, for one thing, if I talked about somebody, I gave them an invitation to come to my live. I said, do not block this person, do not erase their comments unless it's totally, out of hand. Anybody could come on panel, anybody could ask me questions, because that's what I think is the fair thing to do. And by the way, if I had somebody up on panel that I absolutely could not stand or knew was lying, I was quiet. I'd let them say what they wanted to say. Then they were quiet, and I said what I wanted to say. We get none of that in the true crime community. Natasha makes a big show of, calling out people, but she has them blocked. She, you can't be big and bad if you're gonna, erase anything negative said about you and block the person, and you can't do that. You can't claim that. But better believe when I have my live, Mandi can come on there, Natasha can come on there, anybody who wants can come on panel, as long as they're respectful to me, and I will show respect back in the sense that I will let them speak without interrupting. But yeah, and anybody can ask me anything, and I'll do my best to answer it. So, anyways, go ahead.
Was that the real Mandi C? The fake wouldn't mention Nick, right?
No, she did say something in that big long
about Nick.
Fiction thing. She tried to say something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's her or not, but whether or not it's her, I'd say the same thing to her directly.
Yes, true.
It really doesn't matter to me.
For the people in the comments that say they didn't see Mandi's comment, that's because she
put it up.
Mr. Foz's channel.
Right there.
But they can't see it in their chat. They think they're blocked, but it's because I unblocked her on Mr. Foz's channel, so she can comment there, and she's over there.
Okay, so now I want to
use this Mandi C Exposed channel.
So
we're
in collaboration. Thank you, Mandi C Exposed. Mandi, so I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit because you said, why are you all obsessed with me after I left your community months ago, after I defended Nick Bishop, the dude, Lindsay, and Justin Dox? Okay, we know that didn't happen until after you left and went live, several hours for 2 weeks.
And again, I didn't.
If I am so, I want to say, if I am so dangerous, leave me alone and let me do my own thing. But you keep saying my fucking name, and I have left you alone. So, I'm just going to take myself out of, or just separate, because I am my own person. You keep saying my fucking name. You said I've threatened you. You said I've had you swatted. You said I've threatened to slit your throat. Okay? You keep saying my name, and you kept saying it long after I completely disengaged with the whole thing. So you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop and do your own thing. And you lie. You lie to people. And I don't care if I'm not part of that community. I saw you lying, and I'm going to say something. And we stayed quiet for long enough, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. You lie about me, and I'm going to tell the truth about you. So
That's
if you
right.
keep on lying about me and you keep on changing the narrative and you keep on bullshitting, I'm going to call you out on it. I've never gone live before this and done this. This isn't even my
Me
live.
neither.
I'm just popping in on it. But yeah, and best believe, Mandy, if you're still watching, which I know you probably are, when I go live, you could come on panel, honey. And I'm going to have every screenshot backing up everything I'm saying, every fucking bit of it.
Right.
And I dare you to come on there and call me a fucking liar.
Lindsay did not dox Nick. Lindsay was in a group chat that Justin doxed Nick of 4 people, right? So I don't even know if it's doxing. But Mandy, you literally have doxed people, and you've sent police to people's homes that didn't deserve it, didn't need it. There was no reason. Twice, at least. So you can, But Mandy, if you want to come up live, I don't know if she's been back in the comments at all because I had to scroll up. But if you want to come up live here, you can come up live here.
I would like to say, if I'm not mistaken, didn't she say I put her on a pornography site? Bitch, I wouldn't help you earn another dime.
Wait, Lindsay. What's a pornography site?
Yeah.
What is that
I don't know what that is. I
don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Why are you always lying?
At first, I really did think she was delusional about some things. And then I thought, no, she's just full of shit. I think she's one of those people that has lied so much. She, not on everything, because this makes it sound like she should take no responsibility. But on some things, I think that she believes her own bullshit because she has told herself stuff so many times. But most of it, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows she's full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And mental health, that's like saying, oh, well, I got drunk last night. I'm an alcoholic. And I got drunk last night and I went and fucked somebody else. But I get a pass because I am an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Whatever happened, just excuse me for that, but it's not my fault. And I'm not going to take responsibility.
But I will say, if Mandy does start going crazy, I don't want to use those words. If she starts going on one of her tangents and saying that we caused her to be suicidal, that you all know that is an act for you all to have sympathy for you, but also know that when she does that, she's getting off on you guys fucking having sympathy for you.
Yes,
it's
what you should do is still call 911 and get her help.
Get her help.
You absolutely should. Call her out. Take her seriously every time. Do that. But yeah, Holly's absolutely right. And I don't care who wants to say I'm shaming this or that. We know better, people. That's what we're trying to tell you. But yeah, take her serious. Actually get her help. But don't go on a live afterwards and say, for the low price of $19.99, I too can step in and be your savior and call 911 for you when you fake a domestic violence incident.
Yes.
I'll shut up now before I get myself in trouble.
No, it's the truth.
She made hundreds during that.
She made hundreds. Think about that. People that are supporting Natasha. Think about how convenient that was. The July Nights channel was exposed. I don't know the exact dates of that, but then suddenly Mandy was being beaten up by her boyfriend. Can't call 911. I know to some people this is going to be taken out of context that I'm victim blaming and victim shaming. I'm not. I do, because Mandy is not a victim. What happens between her and her whatever he is very mutual, and it's disgusting and toxic, and it's wrong on both sides. If he was beating her up, if he was genuinely beating her up, he should go to jail. I don't think she deserves that. I don't think anybody deserves that, but I don't think it was real. I think she was making it up because she needed to make up with Tasha.
And for those interested, you should look up exactly what happens in a domestic violence incident where Mandy lives. it's very interesting if you read what the protocol is for those types of calls. And yeah,
Yeah.
just saying.
And then look at Natasha came to the rescue. Nobody had Mandy's address. That's why Mandi felt comfortable doing that, and that the cops wouldn't come, and that the wrong person wouldn't call 911, right? Because nobody would be able to. You could call Suffolk County or New York City or wherever you wanted to call and say, I'm on a YouTube live and this woman is being abused by her boyfriend, and they'd say, do you know where this is happening? How are they supposed to find out? How are they supposed to know without an address? So
but didn't she
but
also?
Mandi would know that. Mandi would know nobody would be able to call 911 and actually get police there.
But it's not
right?
just that, Holly.
So it was orchestrated.
What she did was that, remember when she had filled out that is part of her gaslighting, that police report? She had Orlando do it, trying to gaslight us, saying it was us, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's my understanding that Mandi let them know, hey, if you get any welfare check type calls for this address or for me, disregard them. It's people online harassing me. That's why she wasn't scared of that.
Right. She could, because she did. If you get a welfare check for me, just know, yeah, she absolutely did that. What does that say? See, I don't know if her boyfriend is military anymore. I'm not sure. He hasn't recently retired. And I mean like recently in the past year or so. I'm not sure he is still military.
I'll be quiet with I'll just be quiet about that.
Do you know for sure 100% or not whether he's military?
I think, no, I don't know 100%. No, I don't. But I think that he does something else for a living.
Yes. No, I do. Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
that's saying I don't think that he's still. I don't think he's still active duty in the military. I know he was.
See, that's why she had him file that police report saying, "Oh, these people, whatever," is because she didn't want to do it under her own name. She wanted her boyfriend with the military standing because he has more. That's another reason I think he's a piece of shit, because he's obviously knows better, and
Pink says she's all up saying we want her to come up on panel, like laughing that what are we begging her to come up on panel? Whatever. But she won't come up on live. She will not come up on live because she has no proof of the things she said. And she repeatedly tells that community, I have proof, I have the proof, I have the proof, but she won't show it. She refuses to show it. We've shown proof, Mandi. We've shown proof of who you are. It's sad that these people don't listen. So listen, share, maybe I could see like calling 911, but Natasha was over the top for their scripted fake frenemies crap. This is it, Chrissy. The people in that community that believe Natasha for a minute, because how many times has Natasha said, when I'm done, Shug. When I'm done, I'm done. How many times has she said it? She said, and how many times has she said she's done with Mandi? The first time she said, no, this is it. It's over. Like, I'm not. And then she forgave her. And then again, after she threatened her, she said, this is like serious. Like, I'm taking this serious. There's no way. And then after she called 911 and rescued Mandi, saved Mandi from that bad man, she said, I'm not forgiving her, but I won't stand by and listen. My God, what a savior she looked like, right? Like, how good did that make Natasha look? How good did that make Natasha look? And it garnered sympathy for Mandi. How can you guys not see how this is a true crime community? You're a true crime community. How do you not see through the bullshit? Like, I don't
put it on a pedestal. What the biggest for y'all in y'all's community, true criminal up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And said this person's the victim. And shame on everybody.
And Natasha's a criminal too.
Well,
I heard she scammed people.
listen, I'm surprised. Jesus might have died for all of our sins, but I'm surprised Natasha hasn't said that she's the one that paved the way
That
for
actually
Jesus.
does. Yeah.
So she's the one.
She
saved
gave him the wheel.
Right.
She gave him the wheel to die for our sins.
All the
Right.
wheels.
And then Jesus
I think Jesus is
proceeded to
tired of driving.
drive them
Probably.
off the fucking cliff.
Jesus is tired of driving.
Yeah,
He's like, we're going the
"Please,
wrong way down
please,
a one-way street here.
can I get one of those
Please turn
Teslas
around."
that drive itself?"
Something. Something.
Sugar bug.
God.
So anyway, Natasha's I mean, there's a few of them in the community. Then they're all over the internet. Socially opportunistic predator, and the simple act of her taking the opportunity to save Mandi, call 911, go end her live, and go in there and be like, oh no, Mandi's being beat up. It's terrible, and go call 911. Then I'm going to go live and make money going live about how terrible that was, but not give a single fucking cent to any of the domestic violence victims. And if she did, she surely would have said she was doing it, right?
I have a question that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about other than the people involved. Somebody shared something with me, and again, I'm trying not to be judgmental about the true crime community, because believe me, the McKaMeY MaNoR universe was crazy enough that we had somebody fake their death.
Yes.
We had all kinds of shit that go on.
15-month-long pregnancies.
But somebody sent me a clip that, I mean, I'm trying not to take it out of context. I'm not really sure if I want context, but it was some man and Natasha, but she, it was her avatar or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I could have sworn that the person in the middle,
Yes,
it popped up where they were fornicating, which I don't know what
Doggy
part of
style.
that panel made them get
Doggy
the rock
style.
off, but I'd like to know what in the hell was going on with that.
Did you guys see that in the chat? Did any of you see that?
I was thoroughly amused, but
it was that Irvin guy, right?
Yeah, that was the first guy.
It was the Irvin guy, and then in the middle was somebody named T. or something like that. And then Natasha was on the right hand side, and it was T.'s camera cut on, and there was her face and a dude behind her clearly getting ready to rail her.
The panic,
right?
The panic in his eyes.
He already was, and
then he was already railing her, and then her hand went and covered the camera instead of turning it off or knocking the phone down, and you could
through.
And they keep going, and that you can see that the camera's moving. Did people see that? Did you guys see that? Okay, how long did that go on until they realized what was happening? Because both of them were sitting there either oblivious or, well, Irving was definitely oblivious. Maybe Natasha saw it and was not wanting to comment because she was kind of weird quiet.
I heard her on her live. She claimed she was coloring and wasn't looking and didn't see that.
Oh, I see.
And then somebody sent it to her.
She just kept coloring. Oh, that's priceless. That is priceless. Oh,
sorry.
So
I was getting railed from behind. That's why I dropped off.
You didn't want us to see it.
My bad.
Because you did the proper thing. You did the proper thing and left the channel.
Well, I'm a prude, Holly. I'm somewhat of a prude, as you know. I'm somewhat of a prude, and I didn't want to offend anybody because you know how I don't like to offend people. I'm a very agreeable person.
Yes, she was next to those awful, dirty fornicators, Karen.
I think Irvin is the one that gave Natasha access to his Facebook. Chrissy.
No, Chrissy. No, him not. He was not smashing it. It was him and Natasha were on either side, and the person in the middle, their avatar, like their thing in the middle, like this.
The guy who was doing it, his name was
like
Jesse
this?
Because everyone was like, Jesse. Yeah.
So it's like this, and imagine I would be Irvin, and I'm sorry, Lindsay would be Natasha. and Foz
You know
would be
what, Holly? You're a real bitch.
Oh, I would be the one doing it.
and
I'm in the
and
spot.
Foz is the one in the middle. Foz's screen cuts on, and there's somebody in, and Foz is railing someone from behind. I almost went the other way with that, Foz. Someone, but clearly they're getting it on, and then the person just covers the camera and
Well,
keeps
I
going.
guess
They don't cut
I
it
guess
off.
my point is that was a good representation of the kind of thinking I think goes on in this community. Like, sure, this will be a good idea. Let me just hop on this panel here and go ahead and do this real quick, and then go on. And then we're all going to pretend like it never happened.
We're just
So
having
I
this
just-
true crime community conversation.
It was
about
a good metaphor to
Foz.
me of
Yeah.
a good display of kind of what I think some of this thinking that goes on is. Anyway, sorry to derail there.
No,
Take a
Chrissy,
little side tour.
they didn't even stop. She just covered the woman, Keely, I guess, getting railed, just covered the camera, but not fully, because you could still peek through. But her hand or whatever was moving. They continued to go.
Now that's commitment. That right
is
there,
commitment. That is passion.
by God.
That's passion.
Yeah.
But I want to know how long till someone realized it was happening.
I want to know why after that the quote unquote passion didn't die. Like, it didn't say, oh, well, no. It was like, oh, sure.
Well, maybe they're like Cher and her man.
Don't,
when they
don't
get it
me
on,
started,
they get it
Holly,
on.
damn it. I'm trying to be good. Oh, he
That's
did?
funny.
Okay. Did he come on Natasha's live and apologize? I'm sorry, I put the wrong emphasis there on the wrong word. My bad. I was sorry.
Did she cut? What were you gonna say? Did he come on? Did he come on Natasha's live?
I'm not sure where I was going to put the emphasis on that, but it was an accident. I'm telling you, I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh my God!
That's because, Juicy, I believe that's because Natasha was very busy coloring or something of equal importance while somebody else was talking on that panel, which she has a habit of doing as well. To show how interested she is when people come on and pour their hearts out. She's over there coloring or checking her phone or whatever
I'm not
gonna
sex shame anybody. Do your thing. If that's their thing, do your thing. But what made me laugh is how long the two people on either side of that just did not notice. I mean, I noticed immediately.
Look in the comments.
Irvin's looking at him saying, Jesse.
Wait. In the comments, they're saying that Irvin guy blamed it on rosacea. What the fuck?
What? I think he means it.
How?
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm dying. I'm tellering.
How?
I think he blamed the redness on his cheeks on rosacea.
What does that mean?
I can't. Rosacea is where your face gets really red, it's
you have
like
red cheeks, reddy cheeks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They were saying he was drunk, and he blamed the redness of his cheeks on rosacea, not the fornication on live.
Of course, that makes perfect sense.
Lindsay.
I buy that.
Too good.
I will buy that. I'm gonna pretend I'm in this true crime community and say that I believe that. I buy that. That makes perfect sense. That sounds rational and reasonable. We'll just go with that.
Why didn't she just jabberjaws? It's great that her man wants her. That is wonderful. Why didn't she just get off the fucking live and get some dick? I mean, oh wait. He blamed the rosacea for not seeing it happening? What?
No, he blamed it on his skin being blotchy and needing new glasses.
What?
Yeah,
what the
Irvin
hell?
was blaming it on that. He says he has his one eye isn't good after a motorcycle accident.
Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Who supposedly had rosacea? The guy railing the girl, or
No, Irvin.
that didn't see
Irvin,
it?
the guy that didn't see it. But the rosacea has nothing to do with.
Oh well, I thought
because I'm pretty sure rosacea does not.
I can't make this shit up. Needing new glasses.
Courtney, we've moved on from the haunt stuff to mysteries, mayhems, Mystery Mayhem. What's the other word?
I always forget.
Not murder.
No, we wanted to keep that out of it.
Mysteries, Mayhem. Fuck. It's my fucking channel. How do I not know what it's called?
Was
Are you gonna
that
go look it up?
was that guy saying he needed glasses? Was that an insult at the other guy's genitalia, or was that just worked in there? Like, I'm trying
I
to
didn't
follow
see it.
along.
It was so
I
small.
know.
Myths, mayhem, and mysteries.
Myths, mayhems, and mysteries. So myths, mayhems, and mysteries, because we kind of moved on from the rosacea defense. Oh my god, that's too good. Because we've
I'd love to
kind of
present that
moved on
case.
from stuff, but mystery, mayhem, and fuck, got it. That's
Yep.
what it's called. But it's actually myths, mayhems, and fuck. But anyway, so we kind of moved on to that, but it moved on from the honk bullshit. But whatever, we'll do whatever, and drama included. Drama included. That's part of the mayhem. But I wanted to address something that I also saw, an observation that I saw when she was on Mommy Ramblings. Natasha went on Mommy Ramblings to defend herself, I guess, against the accusations that she says racist things, which she does. She does. She said when somebody says a group of, what did she say, Foz? You know, your daughters don't go to Walmart at night because...
Don't go to Walmart on Sundays or at night because there's groups of Mexican men who hang around and will follow you, etc., etc.
Yeah. Because now, if that wasn't racist, if she wasn't a racist, she wouldn't have had to say Mexican men. She could have just said, you don't go to Walmart on Sunday nights or nights because there's a group of men that hang out and will follow you around. Why did she have to qualify that they were Mexican?
And
she wasn't
how does
telling
she know
anybody,
that they're Mexican?
Well, she knows that there's some kind of Hispanic, right?
But yeah, but that's not fair to call them all Mexican.
But that's not the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm getting at that she pointed out that they were something other than white.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so they were not just men. They were not just men who follow you out and creep you out, okay?
Yeah.
But she wasn't telling people in her community, like she wasn't sitting her daughters down and saying, look, there's a group of, it would be one thing if you are identifying a group of men to someone in just personally, right? But when you say to a group of strangers on the internet that it's a group of Mexican men, okay, that's racist as fuck. When you, and I'm sure all of you have seen the video clip where her younger daughter, and I'm not going to say her name, is doing something, and she says she wants to use, and I apologize for this, she did not use the hard ER word, but she said, I'm going to use the Negro technique. And Natasha's like, what? And she's like, there's several problems with this video. Several problems. That she says, what do you even know what that means? And she says, yeah, it's like when you make things easier for yourself. And she says, no, do you know what that word means? And she's like, do you know what a Negro is? She goes, it's what I am, or I am a Negro, or whatever the child says. And you hear her stepdad or her Natasha's boyfriend or whoever he is say, honey, you're mixed. And Natasha, you're mixed. And then she says, well, you call me something else with it, like Piglet, but isn't Piglet, right? And she says, only when I'm aggravated. Okay, how many people, raise your hands if you can see more than 5 issues with that video? More than 5 different issues with that video. I can see about 5.
Well, I'm just a penis, so I don't have a hand to raise. But if I did,
raise your left ball.
I have it. That's why I uploaded it.
Yeah, and she said, I think Natasha said something like, well, something about the adoption or something. They wouldn't, if she was racist, they wouldn't let her. Well, it's not like she went out and committed a hate crime, unfortunately, because I live in the South as well, and unfortunately, yeah, she could still be racist, and she still can adopt her, or whoever that is to her. I guess her niece, right? Mariah is her niece. She could still do both. It's not like they're not going to let her adopt because she said something. I'll
Right.
just tell y'all. But that doesn't mean she's not racist. And that was racist. I don't know why she doesn't just apologize for it. Own up to it and apologize and move on. The thing that bothered me the most about that particular incident, Holly, is the fact that she's also teaching that child that that's not racist. That that's okay.
Well, let's go back to the very first thing. She obviously knows not to say the hard ER word, right? She knows she's been taught that the young child's been taught not to use that word. So instead she uses the word Negro technique. Do you know what that would be referring to? Negro technique. You know. You guys all know the
Oh
what that is
yeah,
slang for.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's not slang for it. That would be the white proper person's way of trying to not be racist, but saying something incredibly racist anyway. By
right.
saying that there is a technique you can use to make something difficult more easy, or
Mm-hmm.
taking a
I know.
shortcut. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's that. There's the fact that she then says, "Do you even know what that means? Do you know what that word means?" As if her 13-year-old black niece/child, however old she is, 12, 13, right? I think she said it numerous times, that she is somehow ignorant to what that means. She did not use the hard E word. So she is intelligent enough to know that you have taught her that it's not okay to say that, but you've still taught her the fundamental racism that is perpetuated by white people against black people with those kind of words, with those kind of thoughts and ideas. Then, honey, you're mixed. As if being mixed somehow takes away her blackness.
Yeah, I that's that whole thing.
That is the saddest part to me, is her saying, honey, you're mixed. It's okay because you got white in you. So you're not really a Negro. That's what she's saying. And then to say, I call you this other word, right? I call you
Mm-hmm.
this word when I'm mad at you, when I'm aggravated. So it's not even out of joking, like a pet name, which is gross and is upset. It's when I'm angry. So I'm going to comment on your skin color because I'm pissed at you. Then you're
Right.
not white. Then you're not mixed. You're you're a let. So it's just, it is just fucking
Or did you read this,
unbelievable.
Holly? She also
Um,
asked her once why she was speaking black when she is white.
oh my fucking, is that on video? Is that on video? Could somebody please get it to dear customer service, terms of service, or whatever that person is? Because oh my goodness.
Dear terms
Oh
of
my
service.
dear terms of service, because yeah, if that's on video, if somebody has that
Yeah,
on video, that
Well,
is
yeah.
listen,
so great. But
after seeing that was when I mean, I've been watching whatever, how this community and how Natasha's been with Mandi. But when I saw that the community was turning a blind eye to what was obviously racist behavior, I thought,
okay, this one, where she tries to explain this. When she tries to explain this, she said, I was dying because there were kids posting this thinking that was really a COVID suit. Okay, seriously, do any of your fucking users believe, any of your followers believe that's why you fucking posted it? Nobody fucking posted it thinking that was a COVID suit. Nobody posted that. Nobody. thinks that was stupid enough to think that that meme was anything but a racist meme.
Yeah.
Nobody. Natasha, you treat people like they're fucking morons, which, I mean,
To be fair,
as
to be fair,
to be fair, I mean, like, you kind of people
we'll just let
allow
that.
you to treat
Yeah.
them, right? So but at
Apparently,
any rate,
Mandy had posted the video at one point. I don't remember seeing that one. So if somebody has it, I'd like to see that.
Listen, I want
Natasha
to also
saying it.
say this. I think there's a very good chance that Mandy's behind one of these hate Natasha channels.
oh,
And
for
if y'all
sure.
don't think so, then y'all, I'm telling you, you're bamboozled because Mandy hates Natasha. That's what I think that people really don't get, that she still feels the same way about Natasha that she always has. She does. And to be fair, Mandy's right about a lot of things with Natasha, pointing stuff out about her. This is another thing. I hate when people are like, oh, well, they don't like Natasha, they must support this person. No, I could dislike both people.
Yeah,
I could dislike all of them.
I
I, you
disliked
know,
Natasha even when she hated Mandy.
yes, that's what I'm saying. I can
Unlike some
say,
people.
no, no, I
Yeah.
don't have to like one of them, or it's an either or. It's a both for me.
It's
It's a
both. Yeah,
both
it's a
for
both
me.
for me. Yeah, it's a both
you
for me too.
know,
So
all day,
so
every day.
but I wanted to finish my point. When she was on Mommy Ramblings, she kept saying, I didn't say the word. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Your child said, you call me that. So are you really going to either you're saying your child is a liar, or you do say that, right? What are you saying, Natasha? Your child's a liar? Saying your child's a liar? I mean, really, she seems to. I don't know why she. I don't know. I'm not. Never mind. I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going to go there. So, but she did definitely sit there and say, "I didn't say those words. I never said that. I never said that. Did you hear me say that?" Gaslighting fucking motherfucker. Ooh, what one was that? Didn't we just recently see this screenshot of Mandy's
Yeah,
profile?
I don't remember what channel it was, but there was a video being uploaded on one of those bullshit channels, and the video was obviously taken by Mandy.
You
Yeah, was
guys,
it
she
that
does that.
chanting one?
By the way,
I
the
don't
reason we
know.
know a lot of her alts is because she usually messes up and tells on
Yes.
herself.
Yes.
Okay. And that Daniel Pellegrino, which the whole time we were supporting Mandy when she's like, oh, she added them to Hell Chat, said this person is coming after me and blah blah blah, and then we found out it was her. And we know that too because we had people reach out to us from the true crime community when we first came around that showed us where Mandy was in other chats, true crime chats, and had added Daniel Pellegrino to the chat. And Daniel, quote unquote, Daniel Pellegrino says all kinds of horrible, racist, homophobic, awful things. And it's Mandy. It is Mandy. She will insult herself. It's just like the July Nights channel, how she went after herself to try to fool people into thinking it wasn't her, but it's her.
Wait, Natasha has cancer?
I don't know about that.
I thought
She
she was
meant
supposed to have brain surgery, but her family told her no, it was too dangerous. But she did still collect the money for it and never returned it. Yeah, sure she does. I don't believe a word she says.
See, I don't even know that much in depth with Natasha to know that part. I don't like her. I can't stand listening to her lives, honestly. The way she speaks, it drives me nuts. I don't know why. Like, it's why.
Exactly, Boz.
Honey, you're
Exactly.
mixed. I can play if we do like a mock trial, and
Oh God, don't
I'll
start on
play
mock trials.
Natasha's husband.
Shit.
Honey,
I'll play
That
Natasha because I
honey,
am
you're
Southern.
mixed. You're
whoever was
mixed.
doing a mock trial on the Chris Watts thing, that's gross. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
and that's the thing, and that's another thing I want people to realize. Even if we might comment, and I know I have commented on things if I hear Mandy's brought up or Natasha, that doesn't mean I don't know enough of the history of these YouTube creators That's why I say I don't support any of them because I don't know the ins and outs of everything they've done or what they stand for or do you know what I mean? Um, so no, I don't. I don't think just because I might agree with somebody in disliking Mandy or Natasha or point something out, that doesn't mean that I support that person. I support everything about that person. I don't know these people. Wait, wait, now we're needed a GoFundMe for food delivery because she had COVID and her husband and kids could cook. Now her daughter. Sorry, damn it.
Oh my god, honey, you're mixed. Um,
That's pretty good there. That's pretty good, Holly.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a. She is a racist. She's a racist, and she doesn't. I mean, she can say all she wants. She's not a racist, and she's a fucking homophobe,
That's exactly what a
transphobic.
racist would say.
So
Transphobe.
remember when she couldn't?
What happened with her being transphobe?
You remember when she couldn't? She was
Oh,
talking about voices for
I
the
remember.
voiceless. And she's
Yeah.
like, "Is that a man or a woman?" I still don't
Mhm.
know. I asked one of my mods who's trans, and they couldn't tell either. I still don't know. And I'm
You
like,
know
"What
all
the
that
fuck
tells
does
me
it
is
matter?"
you know what all that tells me is, and here people I will clue you in on this. That tells me that if she did and she was telling the truth and she did ask a mod, that her mod's a dickhead. It might be they might also be trans, but they might also be a dickhead.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
Yeah.
you
mean?
can also be yes, just like you can be a partner with um a partner with a black person and still be a racist, a crazy fucking
Yes.
racist. You can
Yes.
still be the almost adoptive mother of a black child and still be a racist. And
Yes.
you can have a mod that is trans, and both of you can be transphobic idiots. Well, no, I don't
Right.
think a trans person can be transphobic, but I think a trans person can be just an idiot and
Yeah.
maybe have some internalized transphobia, you know?
Chrissy, you're good.
What?
What?
Chrissy in the comments, you're good.
What?
I'm just reading. She's worried that we're gonna cling her to saying she had cancer accidentally.
No, you're good. You're good. To be clear, in this chat, it has been established that Natasha never had cancer and no one actually said she had cancer for sure. Okay? So that it's fine. And she has a sexual predator, yes, um but Jax has reasons why
Holly, stop with your
he's not to
ass.
blame. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness.
I'm
I
just
will
gonna
play. I'm
tell it
gonna
like
play.
it
I'm sorry. I'm
is.
playing Natasha. I'm playing Natasha in the retelling this. I'm gonna be Natasha. And I know who's playing Mandy, but we will not mention who's playing Mandy because
I
that
want to
will be
play
good.
Mandy. I could do that. I
Could
could
you do?
so
Can
totally
you
do it.
sing? Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking
No, but I can
lying?
smack my lips a lot and do a really skin crawling laugh that sounds fake
And
as
say,
hell.
I'm a fucking sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm as real as they come.
You don't know that life.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Maybe she's talking to herself when she says that.
She's looking
Maybe.
in the mirror. She's like, but I mean, she's probably looking in the mirror the whole time anyway.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
but then when she starts to ramble, then she has to say, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Mm. Who, Kimberly Aldera and Deborah Jaws, it's coming, who keeps coming for Chrissy. Oh,
Oh yeah. Look. Wait. Wait. Then
hold
she says
on.
real men don't participate in drama, but her buddy Jax, Crafton, and Dave are always in the drama. Well, obviously they're not real men, right? If they're by
Right.
her own thing. They're I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, so wait, someone from. Okay, Kimberly, you wanted attention. Here's your attention. Kimberly Alderette Chrissy
And what?
apologized twice. She was coming at Chrissy for saying that Natasha had cancer. She apologized twice. She was
Mhm.
mistaken.
Mhm.
Sorry that your goddess, no, she's not a goddess. Sorry that your master is has so many different things going on that, and like GoFundMe's, and needs money for this and takes money for that, and like dresses and fucking recliners and gel pens, that we have no idea what has befallen her and how factual it is. But she
We mixed
didn't
up
get.
scams. We're sorry. We're the assholes here, not the scammer. We're the assholes for mixing it up. Our bad.
Yeah, we're the assholes for mixing it up.
Yeah.
But she's
That's
the
what it
one.
is.
She's the one that collected money to get brain surgery and never had it.
Yeah, but we're the dicks. Keep that
Oh
in
my
mind.
God!
That's the most important
Oh,
thing
look at
to
this.
take
She
away
wants
from
more
this.
attention.
Oh
But
well.
you were going after somebody for making a mistake.
Haha, joke's
So
on
we'll
you.
go
I don't have
after
a
you
heart.
for just. Yeah. I have a lump of
I hope
coal
you
in
don't
my
fuck
coat.
this chat like that person did on that
Oh,
live
there's
that was sent to me.
Mandy's back.
Is she? Wait, so why were you guys having an issue when I was making videos about her?
We didn't have an
Nobody
issue
had an
about
issue when you were making
Natasha.
videos about
Can I answer this?
Natasha.
Yeah, go
We
ahead,
go ahead.
Lindsay.
We had an issue because we saw you doing the same obsessive shits where you were making video after video after video and going after somebody, and we're like, do we sit back and let this happen and not say anything, or at least give this person a heads up? Because obviously they have no idea who Mandi is. Wait, you befriended her? No, we gave. No, I've never been Natasha's friend. Let's start there. And you didn't have a problem then, right now you do because I'm friends with her. Mandi, you don't have friends. You don't have friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you don't.
So Mandy,
Nobody's riding your coattails.
nobody's
either.
riding your coattails. Nobody cares about clout. Nobody buys subs like you. You know, nobody's riding your coattails. Nobody's harassing you, Mandy. Nobody has harassed you. You say we've been harassing you for 3 to 4 years, and you put your little bullshit up there, and we can refute it. We've only been involved with you for about 2 to 3 months, maybe, before your mother passed. So how were we responsible for your alienation from your mom, for losing a job you didn't have since we've known you? You haven't fucking worked. You're the one that goes, okay, we should all be ashamed of ourselves. Oh, Mandy. So, no, Mandy, we have our own content, but we're not creators. We just like to fucking go live about drama, just like your good friend,
That's the thing.
Natasha.
None of them are actually creators if they just go live and talk about drama. That's not being a creator. You actually have to make videos, make content to be a creator.
I also want to say this. If Mandy believed that we were harassing her and we did all of those horrible things about her, why would she come into this chat? Why would she come into this chat? She won't let us address it on Mandy. Remember, Mandy?
I'll be right back. I got to back out and come
Okay.
back in.
Remember, Mandy, to be transparent, you must know both sides. But you only allow one side on your channel, so we're telling the other side. Who has been obsessed with who? How many lives have we made mentioning your name, Mandy? In fact, the lives that we ever made before all this falling out, because we don't have 1K, we don't have 1,000 subscribers. Get some, come on, click like and subscribe. Come on, push the notification bell so that you know. Anyway, so, Mandy, if we were harassing you, we would have been making lives about you, okay? I believe Angela harasses you. I'm going to say that, Mandy. I know that some people in my community do not want me to divide us like that, but I would love for Angela not to do anything or not to include us all together with Angela, because Angela is a problem. Now, you have mentioned our names how many times in our lives and told your story when we have not said anything publicly about you, except for some people going into those lives of the true crime community. But we've not made lives about you. And in fact, before this bullshit happened, when we would go live and your name would get mentioned and you heard about it, you were allowed to come up on panel and defend yourself. So why don't you allow that for us? I mean, she left. She left, of course, but
I don't believe that you stalk Angela. But
what?
I don't want to start a thing here, but I don't believe this to be true here.
That's not true. That's not true. And in fact, I probably would have not even mentioned Angela today. And I do have a problem with Angela, and most of my community knows that I have a real problem with Angela. But I'll tell you why Angela's, little ass is on my fucking radar again, is because I went into Melissa Jade's chat in support of Melissa Jade, and said something. Didn't have anything to do with Angela, and Angela felt the need to come onto that comment thread and start talking shit about me and telling Melissa better watch out, like not to fucking trust me, better watch out with this one or whatever. I'm not looking to crawl up Melissa's ass like you are. I'm not paying to be a sub of Lana's, am I? Not like you. Anyway, but Angela is no. You know what, Tiffany? Like whatever, you can host your lives and you can say what you want, but I have a real problem, Angela. And Angela did fucking say my full ass fucking name on YouTube in order to draw attention to my full name. No, I'll show you the comment. Can you share screen?
If you share it,
hold on, let me let me send it to you. But I have to send it to somewhere. Hold on. Okay, give me a minute. Let me find it. Let me find it so that Angela can say that I'm lying. She probably would say she's already saying I'm lying. Yeah. Melissa deleted them, but I screenshot. I got a screenshot before she did. Hold on, I'll find it. But at any rate, you did that, Angela. You came to that comment that had nothing to do with you. And you said that shit. And so there's that potato. So, god damn it. Oh. Hold on, it takes me a second because okay, July 2nd. I'll read it out loud and then I'll send it to Foz. My comment's still up there on one of Melissa's posts. Oh look, she says my name, inserting herself in the drama she bashed me for. Nobody wants your opinion. You are clueless as usual. And next time you tell someone to shut the fuck up, make sure it's someone afraid of you, for I am not. You hid under your alt like a coward. You get zero respect. And this isn't doxing. It's your Facebook name, idiot. So that was Angela. Yeah, Melissa probably is where you talk shit about her. Certainly could. So, you wish-wash Angela and Tiffany, and I don't give a fuck what you say either, okay? I will. This woman lies about me incessantly. Incessantly. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's the truth or not, Ferris. That fucking comment had nothing to do with any of that. My comment was in support of Melissa. Had nothing to do. So what was your need to come onto that comment and say any of that? What was the need? Why did you feel the need to do that? Oh, Melissa, you better let me see if I can't find the other comment. Hold on. AKA, you said somewhere else. You said my name again. Dulcet Hall, AKA Holly Harris. Did you not also do a 7-hour live bashing someone who couldn't speak up for themselves? Yes, you did. Take a few seats. Don't get caught with this one, Melissa Jade. You know what? I talked about that earlier in this live. I talked about it.
Juicy Watermelon, Angela, and Holly being on a panel together has happened once, and that it's not a good idea.
It is never going to happen again, Juicy. Never. She's a gaslighting narcissist. She's a fucking huge fucking liar.
There's no way that Holly and Angela could get along. They've tried, and it just doesn't happen. People have tried to mediate. It just isn't happening.
No, and even when I decided I was going to fucking drop it all, and I was going to did not do a 7-hour live about
the 7-hour live wasn't about you. It was about a lot of things.
There was a lot of stuff.
Mandy actually came onto that live.
Yeah, Mandy was on that live. We could make it public if you like, Angela.
Yeah. Megan and Pink Dagger, that's here, was on that live.
Yeah. It was not a 7-hour live. Sorry, Lindsay, but she's fucking. She comes in and fucking. She needs to shut the fuck up and get out of the fucking comments because this isn't about her. Angela's a fucking liar. She's a fucking snake. A lot of stuff that's happening would not be happening right now if Angela would have just listened to the people that fucking cared about her. And I'm not fucking letting go when she lies. Yes, I will. If she fucking would just take back all the lies she's fucking told about me and admit they were lies, I fucking never talk about Angela again. But she won't. You were not on that live, and it wasn't a fucking 7-hour live about you, you stupid cunt. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. No, I'm not sorry. I like the name cunt. You're a stupid cunt. You're a snake. You fucking, you roll through people.
Back to Mandy and Natasha.
Well, I didn't say this was going to be about Mandy and Natasha. Tell Angela she can leave. She wasn't on that. She wasn't on the live that she's talking about, the 7-hour live.
Pink, she wasn't on the 7-hour one. She wasn't on the 7-hour live stream where Josh was on it.
Ugh. Yeah. Here's the thing, people. Yeah, it's you know, Carrie, when she triggers me, it actually causes me to do a lot of self-reflection and a lot of growth within my own self. I would love for her not to just tell people that she lied. Tell people she's lied about me, because she has. She won't take accountability. She won't take accountability for what she did with Natasha. And Angela, I know more of what you think behind the scenes. I know a lot more than what you think behind the scenes. So, Angela. But I gotta thank you for the birthday present. But it was great. No, Pink, she was not on the one with JT. She was on our very first live ever.
She was on a different live with JT on.
Oh, that's
Mandy's
right. No, she was on one of JT's lives, yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
Wait, who got hurt at work and lost work? Natasha?
Who says this?
Jabberjaw said she got hurt at work and hasn't worked since 2018. So anyway, yes, Natasha is a false idol and Mandy is the Antichrist. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. She actually is. She literally is the Antichrist. And that's from someone who doesn't even believe in Jesus Christ. So, I mean, that tells you something. Oh, okay. I don't know much about Melissa. I like Melissa like well enough, and I don't think she deserved any of that. And oh my God, when I saw that live with that Emily person,
when you saw who
Is
I
that
with
what her name
Emily.
was?
Who?
Emily and Andrea Powers on Natasha's channel.
I don't know.
Emily and Andrea Powers, and then that other person, and that Andrea was really, really quiet, right? Do you remember that? And this Emily girl was like, she was supposed to be there for Andrea, and she's like talking over her constantly and making all these really weird comments. And do you know how many times those people admitted to revenge porn on that live? It was fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Well, I sent those pictures to so and so. Oh, I think, in fact, I believe that one of them, this, of course, I cannot prove because I do not have the text message, but somebody said, check your phone. And for me, it seemed like one of them sent Critical K's nudes to Natasha while they were on live. I mean, that's what it sounded like was happening, but I don't know for sure. And the other thing about Melissa is, like, did you hear how Natasha made Melissa come up and talk about what happened with Lana? She made her. Melissa was like, I don't want to address this. I don't want to talk about it. And Natasha made her.
Hey,
Oh my
Melissa's
God.
here.
Hi, Melissa Jade. Look at Tiffany. Tiffany, you should fangirl in the comments. We love Melissa. We think Melissa Jade's pretty awesome. But, Melissa, just be careful. I know after your no, yeah, you should have deleted them though. They were bullshit. I agree. I agree. But after your shit with Natasha, I really hope you're more careful about the people you trust. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm very sorry that they forced you to divulge like a situation that was going on with you that you didn't want to talk
Shouldn't
about.
have.
It was clear to
Yeah.
me on that live with Natasha that she just replayed that you did not want to be doing that. And that was fucking ridiculous. Yeah, be real careful about that Angela Ferris because she's not one to be trusted. There you go, Angela. Never Natasha, ever.
Had to throw it in, right?
Yeah, I had to. Of course I did. She fucking lies about me. Andrea Powers. I don't know.
No,
Like,
but
that whole thing is
Melissa's
really
idea
weird.
of her channel's fun. It's similar to what we wanted to do with our other channel, with
Yeah,
myths,
Melissa's.
mysteries, conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
We did a
just
few
never
lives
can get
about
our
that.
shit together.
Yeah, we did a few lives about conspiracy theories on this channel a while back.
Yeah, we did Flat Earth. Hey, Melissa, have you talked about Flat Earth on your channel yet?
I don't know if they talked about flat Earth. I think
That's right. It's nobody's business. There is no one's business. It is no one's business why somebody's on YouTube, why someone chooses to do YouTube, why they're not working, if they're not working, and they don't have to prove anything to you unless somehow that proof is because they're somehow scamming you, right? If Melissa was somehow scamming people, then yeah, she should have to disclose things that were relevant to that. Oh, Natasha doesn't show shit. Pink. I said, has she discussed flat Earth theory? I did not say the Earth is flat, but it is.
Hey, moderator's back.
Yeah, hi moderator. So I have been informed that by several people, and like you guys, most of you don't know who I am, and that's great. But um, that Natasha is super nosy. Like she wants to know everything about everyone, and she has a full team to research that. That they don't actually always research true crime. I mean, it would go to show that she doesn't really have a true crime channel anymore, right? It's all just reclining.
It seems they all just follow the drama and send her videos, screenshots, and
Oh, I'm sure
everything
that
all
they're
day.
screenshotting this. I'm sure that there's people.
Oh yeah, but we don't delete our lives like some other people out there.
That's right.
So
We'll leave our lives
it'll
up.
be up.
That's right. So that Natasha, you can hear me call you a racist and a transphobe and a scammer and a socially opportunistic predator.
And we haven't deleted a single comment tonight, not even Mandy's, or blocked anybody. Just
No.
goes to show you versus
Mandy
all the
went
other
live
channels.
to say we were asking her to come up on panel.
She might still be live or it ended. Her live went on for a while. She was probably still live while she was commenting here.
Yeah.
She had Natasha on there too, so they were probably talking about it.
Well, who cares if they're I mean, I don't care if they were talking about us. I really don't care. Oh, Natasha's live too. I really don't care if they see this. I don't care if anybody believes us. I would hope that some people would believe us. She wants her research team to sign an NDA. Is it a legal NDA? Because there's some parameters around an NDA that have to be included for it to be legal, and a lot of people don't know that. They just think, "Oh, I signed something saying I'm not going to say anything," but there are parameters around an NDA.
I don't think she would actually go through with going after somebody over the NDA either.
She thinks she's a fucking star, Chrissy. I know. She has holes in her shirt. She has holes in her shirt, and she can't even know. We're not going to make fun of people. And as Mandi liked to say on her live, those are very popular shirts. That's the fashion. That's the fashion nowadays. It's air conditioning, really.
I don't see people wearing them.
Oh, I mean, I have one, but it's not something I wear all the time. Is Lindsay going to get back up? Oh, and
Lindsay, you coming back on?
she thinks she's the mayor of YouTube. She also thinks she's the judge, jury, and executioner.
For some reason, I only see.
Did she disappear? Did she disappear, Jabber?
I mean, I don't follow him very closely, but I haven't seen or heard anything about that person since then. They might have.
I saw her in one of Natasha's streams after that, but it's not been. No, Lindsay, you're the social media sheriff.
Karen says, "Burn all your shirts like that." I'm assuming that's.
But it's really cute. It's not a moo-moo. Boss hog.
Yeah, if she's disappeared, she's probably just around on another account, like Juicy says.
Okay. Oh, but no, Karen. She was done with the true crime community channel, the true crime channel, but she wasn't leaving YouTube. She was taking a step back from YouTube, from true crime, so she could make money off of the drama.
Yeah, she realized she's making a lot more during the drama streams, and she's got members, like more members than regular people commenting. So why not just keep going with the drama and making money, I guess.
Well, yeah, Jabberjaws, I think probably because she exposed Mandi, that she's called Sean's Queen. Now, that's right. And is she still around, Samsara? Because I feel like she was around for a little bit.
That name looks so familiar. Samsara.
Oh, she's been in comments with about Mandi lots.
Oh, okay.
She did a pity leave, and then people, oh my God, she pulled a Josh Owens.
Except
She pulled
Josh wasn't smart enough to make money off of that.
That's
when he
right.
did it.
That's right.
That was like 2 live streams of 4 hours of him like crying and
Saying he was going to
people-
leave because it was too
yeah.
much.
yeah.
And then people
and
begging
he
him
got a
not to
dead
leave.
bird in the mailbox.
Yeah.
That's what he told us
A
that.
headless bird. It was just a turkey.
Oh yeah.
It's just a turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, people have no frame of reference for any of that.
Yeah, I know. You're probably like, what the fuck, that bird?
Yeah, no. She might be on the other stream. There's 2 streams going, so there's 2 chats.
Here we go, Ruthann. I fully believe you on that. Natasha looks really bad for 45, and I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah.
I look younger than Natasha, and I'm older than Natasha.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And she keeps saying, when I'm done, sugarbug. I feel bad for MJ too. I feel bad the just the vitriol that was allowed in her chat to just be spewed about like, negativity about what those people saw. You know what I mean? Like how that many people saw those pictures is beyond me. Enough to comment on them. And
What did she exposed the pictures that were shared from
I don't know how they saw them, but everybody started calling Melissa names.
Oh.
About and
Okay.
and
I was gonna say because I missed that and that's really fucked up and should go after her for that one. And I didn't see that, so yeah, it's fucked up.
Natasha exposed them, Juicy Ant covered watermelon. Natasha exposed them because
Putting that up for Lindsay.
Because I hope that Melissa goes after them
Legally.
Did she really? Well, Chrissy.
That's highly illegal.
Yes, it's highly illegal. It's called non-consensual. It is called non-consensual pornographic dispersion, or the dispersion of non-consensual porn. And it doesn't matter. Oh, and this was one thing that somebody said on one of her panels, and I don't know if it was Melissa that said it. Maybe it was Melissa. Melissa, if you're still listening, I would like to say this. I think you did say it on that live where Natasha forced you to say that shit, or forced you to like fucking talk about that shit. If you send a picture to somebody, an intimate picture to somebody, please do not have the attitude or the idea that, oh, if I'm unwilling to send it out, chances are it's going to get out there, because you sending your picture to one person is not giving consent for that person to send it out anywhere. And that is the kind of attitude that I think needs to, the mindset in women, if that does come out, if things do come out, that they're the mindset of like, oh, well, I took the chance, or the mindset of people like Angela who blamed somebody. Here's one. Angela blamed Mandi for her pictures being spread around. That's what Angela did. So sorry. This is a bash Mandi, Angela, and Natasha live. But anyways, so if you have the attitude of, and for sure, be prepared for it. Like, I don't want anybody to be devastated or surprised by it, but I wish that we would be surprised by it. You know, I wish it wasn't so prevalent that we would be surprised by it. But it doesn't mean it's your fault, and it doesn't mean that you have to accept the fact that people sent out your nudes. And if whoever you sent your nudes to sent them to someone else, that person is guilty of non-consensual dispersion of non-consensual porn. And the person that they sent it to, if they sent it to anybody, they're guilty of it too. So
If I have
it's
it
just,
correctly, Lena is the one that started with sharing him.
and she shared it with Natasha.
They had only gone to Lana, and somehow they got spread around from there. That's from what I remember hearing. Tiffany might be able to correct me if I'm wrong there, but as far as I know, Lana was the only one that had them.
So, yes, I think KK was giving out a hotline number. Christy, what do you mean?
KK, Kim Kaufman.
Giving out a hotline number for what? Well, somehow enough people saw them that they had nicknames for fucking Melissa. See, that's and is Natasha letting it happen? Is Natasha letting that happen?
Letting what happen?
People making fun of MJ?
I'm sure she is. She's probably, and I'm not listening to it, but she's probably tuning in on it. She says she's such a nice, sweet person, and then she goes on and makes fun of a lot of people all the time. She's really a hypocrite.
Who, KK?
No, Natasha.
Oh, well, yeah, Natasha. Natasha's encouraging it. She's encouraging people to make fun of MJ. See, well, now I know she's live, so I know her minions, her little followers are over
Well, she
there.
already had a live scheduled, but yeah.
Yeah, I know they're probably over there now, and they're talking to her, but that's disgusting. That's disgusting. I hope that some of you come back and watch this, or some of you are still here. That is disgusting. Yeah. Well, see, that's disgusting to me too, Tiffany. It's disgusting to me, to anybody, that anybody would shame somebody for sending their nudes out. It doesn't matter what they're doing. That's disgusting that they would do that. Is Natasha like a demogorgon or something? And she's got to feed off of people? No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because she could. There's all sorts of people. Stop, pause. There's all sorts of people into all sorts of different things. So
Yeah, but she'd be too afraid of that getting blasted.
well, yeah. I mean, she's smart in that regard, is because she knows there's enough people that hate her that they would show it.
She's hypocrite enough to go on live saying never share your personal information, your ID or anything. And then if to be a mod with her, you have to send her a picture of your ID and sign an NDA. And who knows what else, but
see, this I believe to be true, Jabberjaws, is I 100% believe that it wouldn't even, if there were 16 victims, let's say there were, and they asked her to not show anything, she would still do it. I bet you she would still do it. She has no regard for anybody. She has no regard for anybody.
Probably. Chris Hansen did that. He had victims who didn't want stuff out, and he put it out there. Now a lot of people hate him.
I'm sorry, Pink. I will not recall her as a Demogorgon again. Natasha started off saying, "Don't blame victims. Don't send them because that's not fair." To now saying, "Well, if you send them, that's what you expect." Oh
All
my
right,
god.
Pink. I haven't seen the NDA, but we know we have an acquaintance who was a moderator for a little bit for Natasha. So, yeah. Chris has money.
Oh, now they claim 35 victims of Lana. I bet you that they are all Mandi with fake email addresses. Because Mandi just posted on that community thing where she posted that long story explaining who we are. She put a screenshot there of somebody messaging her about Lindsay and like an email, and I'm 100% certain it is Mandi faking, with an alternate email. She's definitely not a Christian.
Who said 35? We haven't heard
Jabberjaw
that
said there's
unless
35.
Maybe they just said that.
Jabberjaw said,
"Oh, I see."
Unless I can't read. Now they claim 35.
Juicy. It's juicy.
Oh, Juicy Ant. Sorry.
Yeah.
God damn it, you J names.
Oh, Crafton and Kim's channel. I don't follow that channel. I don't like those two. That's why I missed that one.
The reason you probably have to sign an NDA is because she knows she's shady as fuck, Jabberjaws. But I think the people that signed an NDA should fucking expose her ass, because she'd have to spend the money to sue all of them. And she wouldn't do that. She doesn't make enough money.
That's probably
well,
why
she does make enough money, but she wouldn't
doing stuff.
She would be able to. She wouldn't be able to go to the casino as much. But I do have to tell you that if someone were to tell me about something that was covered by the NDA, like say
Check
Foz.
this part out about the NDA.
That's not legal. She can't do that.
Yeah, people think that they get afraid, so they don't talk to each other on the side, it seems.
But here's the thing. So Tiffany exposing stuff that has to do with the NDA is not a violation of the NDA without proof that somebody that signed the NDA told Tiffany those things. Does that make sense? There has to be proof that either the person said it or the person that said it got that information from somebody. Oh my God. Did you see this?
Lindsay's comment?
No.
Oh, I can't see what you put up.
What?
Oh, okay.
Gambling is a sin. Greed is a sin. Gluttony is a sin. Slothfulness is a sin. Wrath. Envy. What else? Did I get them all? Did I actually get them all?
I don't know.
What is gossiping, though? What sin is gossiping? Envy, jealousy, wrath. I only follow the 7 deadly sins. All the rest of the sins can bite my ass. I'm going to perform all those sins. Oh, wait, shit. Lust. Fuck.
Hey, the CKH. We haven't seen that name in a long time.
Hi, the pride, greed. There you go. How can she say she's dear terms of service? I think you need to make a deadly 7 sins video highlighting all the ways that Natasha is a Christian. Or maybe Mandi C exposed. No, we'd have to, I guess, Mandi, that's just about Mandi. I'd have to ask Justin. If you.
The-
That.
Gluttony, wrath, sloth. I don't know if these are all things, but
Yes.
envy,
And pride.
lust, pride.
I'm
Wrath.
sorry. We got to get him up on panel. Or she. Is it she?
There you go.
Is it?
She lives with a man she refuses to marry. That's a sin, technically, right?
Oh, yeah. Holy shit, Jesus, take all the wheels. All of them. All of them. Every single one. That is terrible. That is like, that's really bad, right?
Oh,
Has she been married before?
You cut out. What'd you say?
Has she been married before?
I have no idea. People in the chat would know.
That's only 6. Where's 7? Is that sloth? Courtney, that's only 6. Pride. Pride is the other one. Yes, she does encourage abuse against him. So like not just living in sin, but fornication, premarital fornication, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not just living with him, but hooking up. Well, I don't know if they do. I'm not going to suppose on their sex life.
I don't want to think about
Sadly. Shh. You don't have to.
They could do whatever they want.
They could do whatever they want. But they shouldn't shame other people for doing whatever they want. However, but I think that all of those people, or all of those 7 things can be, we could find some of all of those 7 sins in her videos.
So should I share the video, the clip of what happened during that stream yesterday? Because I bet I can find it.
What clip during what stream?
Of Natasha being on stream with some people having sex that people seem to have missed.
Oh yeah, let's show it. That's funny. You guys want to see? You guys want to see it? Oh, and see the 7 virtues. Those are all me. I'm just kidding. Especially that last one. I bet you anything that she would say that she has all 7 of those. That all those those virtues are all describing her. I would say diligence, chastity, patience, charity. None of those are her. Drop a record any day? No.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, you share the screen.
It's been a while.
Okay.
But I noticed a lot of people can't seem to figure out. I'm going to give you a tip, Mandi and Natasha. I think Natasha figured it out finally. When you share your screen and you're trying to share a video or a recording, share the damn audio. Because we can't hear shit that you're usually sharing. All right, is it on screen?
Nope, not yet.
Says it is.
Something's happening.
Let me know if
Okay,
it
here we
pops
go.
up.
Yeah, but can you make it bigger?
Is it there?
Yeah.
No.
You can't
No,
zoom
I
in?
can't make it bigger.
Okay, you guys got to watch it
Oh.
carefully. You can't make it full screen? Thanks for coming, Jabberjaws.
Okay, I don't know if I shared the audio on it. Or the audio's not working.
See? It's not even quick. It's not even quick.
The audio isn't working in general. I think it's my computer, though.
Uh-oh.
It looks like he saw it the way he threw his glasses and started yelling Jesse.
Yeah. But he didn't see her in front of him?
In a second.
She peeks through. Why didn't she get off channel?
She should have just clicked right out, like backed out or something, right?
Yeah. Put the phone, like lay the phone down. If she wants to keep going.
Look, this is going on. Like she's still got her camera on.
Oh my god.
And
That
they're
is too
like
much.
it looks like Irvin's onto it, but he doesn't call it out. It really
I know,
doesn't
like why doesn't he
seem that
just
way.
that rosacea, I know.
Remove him from the
That
screen or
rosacea is
something.
out of hand. That's multitasking. That is too good. That is too good. Well, what has it been? Has it been 3.5 hours, really? Holy shit.
Almost.
I gotta walk the dog. And that is not a euphemism for anything. I really have to walk the dog. Yeah. Well, do people regularly have apparently moderator?
Wow.
Apparently, her man wants her, and her man gets her when her man wants her. It doesn't matter what she's doing, and it's good for her that her man wants her. But I feel like she should have just put the phone face down. Well, I think, Lindsay, you and I could actually find our way out of a paper bag, unlike most of the true crime community over there. And that's present company not included. I'm talking about, night, Courtney. I am talking about the people that believe Natasha Cooper's bullshit. The people that buy. Actually, I don't blame the people that buy Mandi's bullshit because we bought Mandi's bullshit too. It took Mandi really going after us hard. Thank you. And happy early birthday to you. It took Mandi really coming after us hard, but we never profited off anything Mandi did. Natasha does, so I don't think Natasha will ever fully write her off.
Yeah.
Good night, Pink. He was in her ribs. He was stirring her guts. Thank you, Jabberjaws. I mean, we will probably go live again about this because now that we've opened the Pandora's box, it's like when you're drinking and you go pee, then you just can't stop going pee. That's kind of how it is with us in lives.
And I know Lindsay wants to come back on and talk.
Yeah, Lindsay will come back on another live, but Lindsay's gonna have screenshots and proof. I have proof. I'm just not going to show it. Only not because I do not want to, but because Mandi does not show any proof. Mandi doesn't. But Mandi C Exposed channel has a lot of proof of what we're talking about. And we have a lot of stuff that went to the FBI that I don't think we're willing to show. So just because, but
well, For a
but
while, I had like, I don't know, almost every live stream she did about us uploaded for people to see, since they were calling bullshit. But then I removed it so that it doesn't just seem like we're crazy people. But people wanted to see it, so put it out there for them.
He was probably just looking for the remote. Well, hopefully he found the G spot, Lindsay. So what was I going to say? So if people want to see the stuff that we have, like, people can ask, people can talk to us, any of us. We're completely, you won't find me on Facebook because
Holly Lewis is very protected on Facebook.
Yeah, very, very protected.
From Holly Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the cult leader. Holly Lewis is the cult leader.
You can find Lindsay. You can find Josh Colvin on Facebook. Link is attached to my YouTube.
And we will. And if there's one thing, I think if there's one thing, like, and I know you guys probably got like a great first impression of me and Angela, but Angela's a big fat liar, pants on fire. But anyway, if there's one thing most of the people in this community will tell you in the year and a half that they've known me, is I don't lie. I just don't lie. I told Mandy one time, and she'll probably mention this, so if she does mention this, I told Mandy one time I don't like to be wrong, so I try my very best not to be. And she took that as a "you can never be wrong" comment. So, like, if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong, but I don't like to be wrong, so I try very hard never to be wrong. Because I don't want to be wrong, because it sucks to admit you're wrong about something, but I will do it. But I would rather just not be wrong in the first place, right? So I try not to lie. I try to always tell the truth. The only time in this community I have lied is about Foz, and when Foz was, his identity was secret like Batman, and I was the only one that knew, and I wouldn't tell people. People were like asking. Yes, people can ask questions and comments. People can, I mean, anybody that wants to, and anybody that wants to talk to us, if you want us to have another panel where people come and just ask questions. I mean, I even said, like, I would allow Mandy and or Natasha up on this live. I don't care. Bat Foz.
I could picture her saying this.
Yes.
It's great.
I can too.
I'm gonna need a voice recording of that later on, moderator.
That's right. And I kept and so I try very hard not to be wrong, and I don't like to lie. Whoa, that freaked me out.
YouTube moderator, who's that?
YouTube was in here gonna spank us for something.
I don't like to doubt domestic violence, but that situation with Mandy I find false. She mentioned having a black eye. Someone saw her 5 days before saying she had a black eye. Why lie? That's gross.
Because, okay, YouTube, my theory is that she got the July 9th channel was exposed as being hers. I think she has been in cahoots with Natasha this entire time. I think it's all very orchestrated. I think that she wants very, very badly to be relevant and to build her YouTube channel, even if it's on drama. So I just recently saw a larger creator who did a top 10 list of YouTubers she can't stand, and Mandy was one of them, just because her avatar on her page, she didn't like her avatar on her page. So that was and Mandy's avatar was up on her screen, and so Mandy wants that kind of attention. She doesn't care if it's negative or positive. She doesn't. And so why did Natasha come to her rescue? Why did that happen so quickly? Why did Natasha say, I'm not forgiving her, but I won't stand there and watch somebody get abused, but believe me, I still want nothing to do with her, and now Natasha's a moderator? and now Natasha's almost always up on her lives. Why? Why?
Mandy got
Mandi called her.
monetized right then too. Right after that.
Yeah, Mandi got monetized right then. Mandi has disparaged her children. She disparages her weight, and she threatened to kill her. And but nauseous Natasha, um, Natasha is okay with that. She's okay with it.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Water under the bridge to her.
oh yeah. Natasha told the cops she couldn't get offline because this is her job.
Yep.
She said she reported the threats. She never really did. She did not talk to the FBI. She did not get that. She did not get the FBI agent's personal cell phone number. The FBI did not tell her that we were annoying and to not give the number out and to do this and to do that.
There we go. That's probably true.
Oh, and especially the fact that it was happening on a YouTube live that people recorded probably of her fucking saying he was choking her.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I'm probably pretty sure of it. And then the FBI going to Mandi's house. The FBI doesn't go to go to a home unless they're investigating you, and they weren't investigating us. Nobody showed up at my place. Nobody showed up at Angela's place. Nobody showed up at Foz's place, and nobody showed up at Lindsay's place. So, and we've all talked to the FBI. Well, maybe Foz hasn't. I don't know.
No.
I don't think that's forgivable. I'm sorry. Nobody can call my daughter a whore and get away with it. Or if they get away with it, they're not going to get forgiven for it. That's just ridiculous. But I mean, this is coming from somebody who clearly has very fucked up ways of thinking about her children. Yeah, no. The FBI definitely made us email them all of the stuff that we had. Well, not for a long time, but I don't think it's fishy as fuck. It's fishy as fuck. But this is the thing, is that the reason I say it feels like they've been working together is that this isn't the first person Mandi's done this to and seemingly made amends with. There was another person in our group that Mandi threatened to murder her children and have them R
Hard.
APE ARD and murdered and
Yeah.
and told
And made fun of their race, their ethnicity.
made fun of their ethnicity and told them that she was going to have them ARD and murdered, and that person talked to Mandi like nothing ever happened through YouTube kind of recently. Oh yeah, the FBI is not going to hang out at your house. The FBI comes to your house. If the FBI comes to your house, it's not good. That's not good. FBI doesn't go to people like me who might be referring to a crime unless they need to come to me for a reason, like I can't get out of my house, I can't report something, I can't go in, but they go to people like Mandi's house unexpectedly. Like that. That's not good if the FBI shows up unexpectedly. Yeah, and the thing is that we may, they may see, well, why hasn't anything been done? But also beforehand, when she was talking, when the FBI was involved with her, she was literally saying the shit that she wanted to do directly to an FBI agent. That's quite different than what she's doing with us. Long stare, slow blink. Oh my God. Or when she just sits, when she sits and just stares for, well, like you're saying, long stare, slow blink. You know who she reminds me of? Tucker Carlson. Like when he looks just like he's fucking just brain dead for a few minutes when he's just staring when someone's talking. That's what she probably is very, 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 very flattered by me saying that though. Yeah, Ruth Ann, she's very, very, very lucky. Yeah. I mean, Mandi threatened some things on Lindsay and on other people's and threatened my grandson. And I mean, if I didn't think that Mandi was actually, I do believe Mandi is actually physically dangerous. I do believe that Mandi could really murder somebody. I really do believe that. I don't think she would have an ounce of, and she does not have empathy at all.
Yeah, Natasha tried saying some bullshit that the agent said not to give us his phone number while we've had his phone number.
Yeah, we've had his phone number, but not to give the personal cell phone number. No FBI agent is going to give a YouTube fucking scamming woman who doesn't take any fucking thing serious his personal cell phone number. Natasha, nobody likes you that much.
No, and she's not even that big of a YouTuber, She's not Mr. Beast. She's not Jacqueline Glenn. She doesn't have a huge following like them.
I hate Tucker, Samsara, so I will compare her to Tucker. Tucker's a fucking moron. Did y'all see how Tucker said that the
Tucker,
rich people, Tucker Carlson? You don't know who Tucker Carlson is?
No.
He said something so fucking, I cannot believe people, that his followers are like Natasha's followers. He said something that was so
He's
outrageously, no, he's a Fox News correspondent.
Oh.
He has his own show. He's a fucking idiot. And sometimes he just stares at the screen when people are talking, and it reminds me of Natasha. I hate Tucker Carlson. But he said something that was really socialist, that was really, really a socialist comment. And I'm surprised. He said something about how he thought that the rich should kick in and start paying for the recovery of the economy or something like that, which is not that is not a conservative viewpoint. Not a conservative. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I won't say his name anymore. Well, you can disagree with me, Samsara, but I'm right. So, like I said, I don't like being wrong. Because his voice makes my ears bleed. That stare. It's like he's a brand new puppy, and he's like, you're telling the puppy what to do, and that stare that he does, just like he looks dumbfounded half the time. It's great. It's terrible. It's the only reason I can stomach like watching. I don't watch him, but the only times I could stomach like looking at him is to laugh at him making that face. It's funny. But somebody said the long stare, and I guess I have missed a lot of that because when I watch Natasha, I never watch her live. I'm always behind, and so I just watch her at like 2 times speed, so it like goes faster.
I have to put hers on like 1.5 2 times. She just sounds like a chicken. So
Yeah.
it's like,
However, terms of service does it, she actually sounds bearable. You know what I mean?
the one, I think
No,
there
he's
was one
not a
uploaded
socialist, but what he
earlier.
said was socialist.
Yeah, I think there was one that was uploaded earlier. It made her sound really young. Or yesterday, the last one that was uploaded.
Yeah, it made her
The way they
sound young
changed the
and like
voice.
not pleasant by any means, but definitely not like normal, you know. And Samsara, he's not a socialist; he's a populist, and I do know that. But what he said on his show the other night about the rich, it was very, very much a socialist kind of a really left wing kind of an idea. So yeah. Anyway, so it's almost. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning, as you know. But Lindsay's going to come back on live soon and tell her perspective of the story, and we will all be here to support you, Lindsay.
Might be a few others on with her.
Agreed.
Not
He is a
sure.
fascist. There might be a few others on with her.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew. Yeah, well, Angela might be on there, so she'll make it all about her. Don't worry.
I wasn't even just referring to Angela, but
Well, she's probably
can
included.
if she can if she wants to.
No. So anyway, we are gonna go, and
there's one person that who knew her, a few years prior to us, and it would be interesting if they would come on and say a few words. I think if they're willing. I don't want to say names at the moment, but the one who I shared screenshots I shouldn't have shared from.
oh, but yeah, I mean, but if they're gonna come on with the things that they talked about, they should have. We've never seen any proof of that. The stuff we talk about, we have proof of.
Well, we have proof of a very similar situation in another chat that was made the same exact way they describe it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about some of the other stuff that was said in those screenshots. But anyway,
I know what you're referring to.
Yes.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, you guys watch it. Watch when Lindsay comes and talks about Angela, Mandi, and Natasha. And to all you people that support Natasha, we are praying for you.
Yeah. Follow the light.
I mean,
Follow the light.
Lindsay's not praying for you because she's an atheist.
Pray for the recliner. The recliner needs help. I think there was a
and if
GoFundMe out there
anybody
for the recliner, so
if
make sure you
anybody
put
has
the donations into that.
seen that the recliner has a GoFundMe, and honestly, we were going to try to get the recliner live tonight, but Natasha went live, so
the recliner
couldn't talk, couldn't make it on.
Good
Sorry.
night, YouTube moderator.
Good night, YouTube moderator. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side.
All right.
The misery and goat milk. Oh, I just have a feeling that Natasha does not drink goat milk. I don't think she's trying to be healthy. All right, that's bad. Okay. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Love you guys. Bye. And broadcast.